sorry to say there were more than one or two inside Meadow Lane who did not want to pay any respect to those who've lost their lives in recent days. Very sad.
The players are ready.
But we now concentrate on matters on the field. Live on Talksport 2, your home of the EFL. First against fourth. And Mansfield Town will get us underway. They'll be kicking from right to left as we look from the back of the Derek Pavis stand, the main stand here at Meadow Lane. So the Stags will be kicking towards the Cop end to our left. Notts County then heading for the family stand to our right in this first half. And we're underway on Talksport 2, and the balls work back to first Lewis Reed and then to the very experienced Aidan Flint, who works the ball up to halfway, but it's won back strongly on halfway by Aidan Baldwin for Notts County. But there was a flag up for offside against the Mansfield player, so Baldwin collects a short free kick and finds Dan Crowley. Plays an early ball out to this near side, Aaron Nemain, from a Torquay United midfielder, playing on the right hand side of midfield. Baldwin for Notts County. 30 seconds gone, 0-0. What have you spotted, Chris?
Yeah, it's just important that Mansfield don't allow Notts County to get into that groove. Yeah, it's quick passing, good movement as well. But Mansfield, yeah, that's what they have to. They have to go and press in numbers, not ones and twos, because the quality Notts County have, they'll play through that press.
Matt Palmer collects the ball and fires it into the feet of Dan Crowley. Down beneath our commentary position, just shy of the halfway line inside his own half for Notts County. Back it goes to Aidan Baldwin, former Forest Green player, nearing 50 appearances for the Magpies. Just who's left is Conor Rawlinson, who's come into the side today for the injured Carl Cameron. Not even on the bench today, Cameron, very important player for County, but the system stays the same. Sam Slocum fires the ball downfield from the edge of his own penalty area. Back goes Lucas Akins to retrieve the ball for Mansfield, but just had the ball taken off his toe there by a bit of strong work by David McGoldrick. 0-0.
Yeah, he's a clever player, McGoldrick, still very, very mobile. But again, the defender, he's tried to give him the little fade there. McGoldrick's got his body in between ball and man, kept possession of the ball, wins the Notts County a throw in the attacking third, and then back to business now.
Richard Brindley piling forward from centre half for Notts County, level with the edge of the Mansfield penalty area, just lays it off to Matt Palmer. Down this near side, the County right. Nemain fires it infield looking for Crowley, but it was too much pace on that ball for Crowley to collect, and it's sent back into the Mansfield area where it's cleared away by Lewis Reed up to halfway, but it won't find Akins. Notts County have been dominating these opening couple of minutes. 0-0.
Yeah, they have, but when they're in good possession down that right side, Richard Brindley there, he's got four Notts County shots in the box. Put the ball in, and then trying to overplay. They're right on the edge of that attacking third there. That's when they've got to give the delivery.
Dan Crowley for Notts County, just over the halfway line. Sent it to Nemain, just ahead of him. Lovely trickery from Nemain. Puts the ball into the box. Might drop for Langstaff. In goes Crowley! County have got an early lead. Dan Crowley with the perfect start for the Magpies. Nemain causing problems in the right-hand side of the area. Fed it into Langstaff. He couldn't quite control it. But running onto the ball was Dan Crowley, and via a deflection, it went into the back of the net. And after 3 minutes, it's Notts County 1, Mansfield Town 0.
Well, it's an excellent bit of play. Nemain, little tic-tac, takes it through to a Mansfield player there. He's driving into the box, and it's an excellent cross just between the last defender and goalkeeper. Langstaff's alive to it, doesn't really get a touch, but keeps it alive. Dan Crowley, he's up to play. It's a difficult one as well, but he just has to hit the target with the place into the top of it. I think it takes I don't know if it's Aidan Flint that gets a touch, but it hits the roof of the net in the back of the net. It's a fantastic start from Notts County.
Goal number 6 in League 2 this season for Dan Crowley, and it's 1-0 to Notts County. And Mansfield send the ball forward and tried to get Davis Keeler done in behind. County went to sleep at the back a little bit, and Mansfield want to throw. 1-0 County.
Well, I'm surprised the flag never went up. Davis Keeler Dunn there was about five yards offside, but it's the way it goes. How does this team react? They're not used to shipping a lot of goals.
Who is Davis Keeler Dunn, right hand side of the area. Ball clipped into the box. It's nodded down by Ollie Clark, but Notts County get it half clear. It's still Mansfield trying to win it back. Midway inside the Notts County half. Crowley, the goal scorer, turns neatly away and finds Nemain, who can bring the ball up towards the halfway line. Plays a diagonal ball looking for Sam Austin, but it's overhit. And Aidan Flint has plenty of time just to bring the ball down. He fires it down the right-hand side looking for Davis Keeler-Dunn, who'll keep it in play. Lovely ball from Flint. Keeler-Dunn's got only got Akins with him into the box. Keeler-Dunn twisting and turning, tries to get the cross in, and it's blocked and out for a throw. But that was a lovely ball downfield from Aidan Flint to get Davis Keeler-Dunn away, but County lead 1-0.
Yeah, excellent ball. Willing running as well from Keeler-Dunn. I think excellent control in the box, but fantastic defending from Aidan Baldwin there as well, just to get the block in, stop that cross from coming in.
Drops for Lewis Reed, who guides the ball to the left-hand side for Callum McDonald. Back it goes to halfway, and Bailey Cargill. And then it's took by Barry to Flint. And once again, they're trying to get behind Aaron Lewis this time, trying to get him behind, but the ball over the top. Got a bit too much on it and goes behind for a Notts County goal kick away to our left-hand side. 5 minutes gone on Talksport 2. Notts County 1, Mansfield 0. Chrissy Wellamo.
Mansfield have reacted. You know, again, you can see the goal. You've got the best defensive record in the division, and then all of a sudden you have to go on the front foot. You have to make sure that you don't just crumble. You know, the good quality down that right-hand side. Ball's coming into the box, but Notts County are up to the task.
Sam Slocum comes outside of his penalty area, the Notts County goalkeeper, and has it again. There's a relatively high press from Mansfield. Keeler-Dunn closing down the space. Slocum drives it out to this near touchline looking for Nemain, but he's well marshalled by his opposite number, Callum McDonald, and so Mansfield will have themselves a throw. Notts ended Swindon Town's unbeaten start to the season with a win back at the start of October, and they might well do the same to Mansfield if things stay as they are. David McGoldrick just by the centre circle, twists away from a challenge and wins a foul. He was brought down by Ollie Clark, and they take the free kick quickly to Notts County, but too quickly for the referee's liking. 1-0.
I don't know why the referee stops that. You know, it's an opportunity. The two Mansfield players are stopping the ball from being taken. They managed to get it to Dan Crowley there, and it's just allow the game to flow. Referee, please.
Referee today is Scott Oldham, and he watches on as the ball goes back to the Notts County goalkeeper Sam Slocum. Drives the ball along the deck down the middle of the field, but it evades Macaulay Langstaff, and Cargill will find McDonald. The Mansfield left back, long ball downfield, but it's over the head of Keeler-Dunn and tidied up by Richard Brindley for Notts County. And back it goes again to Sam Slocum.
See, I played with Sam at Scunthorpe, and very, very good with his feet. You know, like an outfield player, he can come and he can play, and it's one of those things. He'll receive the ball, his distribution is very good.
And his distribution there to fire the ball up to David McGoldrick on half-time was terrific to see. Now it's at the back with Connell Rawlinson. Just takes the game down to walking pace. Baldwin just inside him. And then forward from midfield comes Matt Palmer. Back to Slocum once more. They're quite happy to use the goalkeeper as often as they can, Notts County, and be very patient with their build-up. Now Slocum goes a little longer. Might drop for Nemain here, but it's left instead for Bailey Cargill to hook the ball back towards halfway for Mansfield. It almost drops in midfield for Lewis Reed. And then Keeler-Dunn gets into a bit of a tangle, and Ollie Clark is brought down for Mansfield, so the Stags have a free kick just shy of the halfway line. 8 gone on Talksport 2, Notts County 1, Mansfield 0.
Yeah, good strong challenge that was from Dan Crowley on Ollie Clark there. You know, the referee was positioned well, but it's to be expected. You know, Mansfield are trying to get the ball down, trying to play. Notts County with that goal advantage now is just trying to kind of basically play the game at their own pace. You know, go back to goalkeeper every opportunity, you know, just to try and suck Mansfield towards them a little bit to get those little holes in behind.
Headed into the area by Aidan Flint. It wouldn't quite drop for Cargill, but he's kept the ball alive for Mansfield. It's worked back to Aaron Lewis. Lewis with a ball into the box. George Maris can't quite control it. Hooked away for Notts County. Can they break? Away comes Dan Crowley, whose goal has given County the lead. Skips away from Callum McDonald. Goes inside Lewis Reed, but credit Callum McDonald getting back the Mansfield left back. Didn't give it up once Crowley had got past him first time and won the ball back for the visitors. Now George Maris, tall, rangy midfielder, works the ball back to Christy Pym, who could do nothing about that effort from Dan Crowley on 3 minutes that went past him and in off Aidan Flint and into the net, and that's the lead that Notts County have here. And now Aaron Lewis is going to be offside, but he's not going to chase after the ball, so Sam Slocum has got plenty of time to pick the ball up. 1-0.
Well, again, Callum McDonald, fantastic defending there. Dan Crowley, great ability. He's running at two players, and he's, it's just a little fade, goes in between the two of them. Callum McDonald had a lot, he broke his neck to get back, get his body in between, and just kind of strong-armed him out the way, but kept control of the ball, and that's what's important. I think in that transition, when you get the ball back, it's got to make sure that you keep possession of it, and Mansfield do try and play.
Well, we've had the early goal on Talksport 2 just to set this game alight in this Nottinghamshire derby. Notts County 1, Mansfield 0. 10 minutes gone on your home of the EFL. Wrexham Salford is a 3 o'clock kickoff here on Talksport 2. Cameron Pope and Mickey Gray will be at the racecourse for you. And I don't think the weather's as nice there as it is here right now. It's lots of blue sky over the city of Nottingham, whereas in Wrexham I think it's hosing it down right now. Handball from I think it was John Bostock who handled it, so a free kick to Mansfield just ahead of the centre circle inside the county half of the field. Lewis Reed has got options left and right. It's pretty much centre of the field. Lucas Akins is one obvious target, so too Aidan Flint, but it's been rolled just to the left for Callum McDonald. He puts a diagonal ball into the box. Flint is the target. Right hand corner of the box, he got his head to it. George Maris finds Akins, tries to get the shot away on the turn. He does, but it's weak and come to be held by Slocum. But decent approach play for Mansfield Town. It brought a shot that was on target, if a little weak. 1-0 County. I
think with the two players, you look at Akins, you look at Aidan Flint, when that ball does come in, if it's a big diagonal pass, it's so important for Notts County, if they don't win that first header, to be alive to the second one. They weren't there. Look at Akins, he's got his back to goal, he swivels on it and tries to let one go, and the sting's taken out the shot by the defensive block. They have to be switched on in those second phases, Ian.
That's Chris Owellamo alongside me, Ian Dancer, here at Meadow Lane. Chris had a loan spell here a few years ago.
Many moons ago, Ian.
I was trying to be nice. It's Jordan Bowery for Mansfield, coming forward from right back. Aaron Lewis has gone on the overlap, but he's gone back infield to Lewis Reed. Reed plays a little 1-2 with Maris. Reed now looks up, floats it down the right-hand side of the box, looking for Davis Keeler-Dunn, but it's overhit, and Slocum can comfortably trot out to the left of his goal and pick the ball up for County, who lead 1-0 on Talksport 2.
He's got on the ball in very good positions, Lewis Reed. He always tries to play forward. I love that about him. But there, he never had too much room for error. He's trying to go with that straight ball over the top. I think he's got the quality to fire it in between the lines, but keep it on the floor to the player's feet. Great runs, you're looking at Lucas Akins on that side as well, and Maris just trying to find that little pocket in behind. Lewis Reed has the ability to fire that ball through.
Sam Austin gets to the ball ahead of Aaron Lewis, and Aaron Lewis fell to the floor, which got the way from the County fans at the Cop end away to our left. That's the end that Mansfield are trying to attack and respond to this early goal given to Notts County by Dan Crowley in the 3rd minute of the game. His 6th goal of the season. And now Slocum fires a right-footed ball out to this near side, looking for Nemain, but Callum Robinson deals with that. Keeler-Dunn can't win the header, but in steps Ollie Clark in the Mansfield midfield. And he plays a 1-2 with Harrison, gets away towards the edge of the area, goes for goal and screws the shot wide on his left foot. Never really had the ball under control before he let the shot go. But again, it's another little warning sign for Notts County, despite the fact that they're 1-0 up here.
Yeah, excellent build-up play again. And, when he receives the ball, Clark, he's driving through. And I'm sitting thinking, has he got that option? I think Lucas Akins can do a little bit more. Either commit the defender and take him away, or run in behind. He's taking the shot in a little bit early. I want him to get at his man there. Can he just create that yard, get past him, because he's the one running forward. His opposing defenders on backtracking. But I'm just sitting looking at David McGoldrick. If they didn't player cam, remember back in the day, but you just watch him, he just finds those little areas. Always just such an intelligent player.
Yeah, 570 appearances in his career. Scored 25 goals in all competitions at Derby last season. He was a Notts County youth, of course, so it is a return here to Meadow Lane for David McGoldrick to round off his career. He's already scored 6 goals since coming in. He receives the ball. No, it goes to Bostock instead. The ball's gone out of play. Mansfield will have a throw in their right back position, just ahead of the being level with their 18-yard line. And it's interesting to see Jordan Bowery playing as a right back, having seen him come through. And I remember Paul Lambert paying pretty big money to bring him to Aston Villa when he was in charge there, but playing as a right back here for Mansfield Town.
Well, you're a good player, you've got that energy, you know. I think up and down, that delivery as well, end product, you know, it's happening more and more. I remember it was Andy Griffin at Stoke. He said when he went to the county side, and he was a striker, and then all of a sudden he's seen what the strikers he's up against. What position are you? I am right back.
Oh, now lovely ball through the legs of Ollie Clark to get Crowley away down the Notts County right. Nemay now has it level with the edge of the Mansfield penalty area. Twists and turns away from Clark. Crowley's there again. Tucked back infield by Matt Palmer to Brindley, and County are quite happy just to work it back to halfway, maybe try and switch play from right to left, but no, they've kept it on this right hand side for now, and in the end Richard Brindley goes back to his goalkeeper. Quarter of an hour gone on Talksport 2 as a few substitutes from either side go out to warm up on the touchline down beneath us. Notts County 1, Mansfield 0. Sam Slocum nearing 150 appearances for Notts since his move from Bristol Rovers. As you mentioned, you played with him at Scunthorpe. Chris Owellamo also played for Oxford United in his time, Sam Slocum, and he plays the ball into the feet of McGoldrick, who tried to flick it over halfway for a teammate. Didn't find a man, but he was rescued by Matt Palmer, and now McGoldrick sends it out to the left wing, and Sam Austin gives it back to McGoldrick. Lovely quick feet, and then fires a ball looking for Nemay, but that's intercepted by Callum McDonald. But you can just see the confidence in David McGoldrick's play. But here come Mansfield. Davies Keeler done their top scorer down the left-hand side. Getting into the air, he's got Brindley backpedaling. Goes for goal! Hit off the... Oh, didn't go in off the post. It was blocked behind by Sam Slocum. It hit the post, hit the back of Slocum's head, and went behind for a corner kick. Very close to an equaliser. Mansfield have a corner.
Well, that's more like it. You know, Davis Keeler done there, gets the ball right out in the left flank as well. Just gets at his man. You know, he's manipulating the ball, creates that yard. He doesn't get the best connection, but causes Sam Slocum all sorts of... He's beaten at the front post, comes off the post, the back, excellent attacking play.
Lewis with the corner. McGoldrick back defending will head it out of play, just down beneath us for a Mansfield throw. So that's 4 efforts, I make it, that Mansfield have had since Notts County hit the front here on Talksport 2.
But it's the same old story, isn't it? 4 efforts. You know, it's that they haven't got that goal, so they have to just make sure that the confidence, the belief is still there that they can score.
Christy Pym, the goalkeeper, looks for Callum Robinson to flick the ball on down the left-hand side of the Notts County penalty area. Keeler Dunn will pick it up. Fires it infield to George Maris. Maris got space to move into, 30 yards out, went for goal. It was blocked by a combination of Baldwin and McGoldrick, but it goes out to Jordan Bowery on the Mansfield right, faced up by Austin. Lewis Reed will now have it, sends it into the penalty area, right hand side. Aaron Lewis turns away from Baldwin, trying to get a crossing, gets a crossing, good delivery, punch cleared by Slocum right in front of Lucas Akins, and he was caught in punching it clear. Very brave goalkeeping from Sam Slocum, because it was a lovely ball in, looking for Lucas Akins at the near post. Notts County 1, Mansfield Town 0. We've played 18 minutes on Talksport 2.
It's an excellent ball in. Lucas Akins is there, but brave from Sam Slocum as well. I don't think it's a free kick, I'll be honest. I think he's come out, he's clattered.
Strikers Union there.
No, but I don't think he's clattered his own man as well. I think it's excellent goalkeeping. Brave, he makes a decision, he comes out. What do? You have to make sure there's contact. His punch landed near like the halfway line, you know, but like you say, I think the referee, I don't know if it's a contact to the head or the back, but I don't think it was the keeper was fouled there.
So Slocum getting some treatment, just lying on the flat of his back inside the area. So Notts County 1, Mansfield 0 here on Talksport 2. 18 minutes gone. Next up, don't forget, Wrexham against Salford elsewhere in this division. And Wrexham games are always good fun. There's always goals, it seems to me, particularly at the racecourse. Cameron Pope and Mickey Gray are the lucky duo getting to commentate on that one for Talksport 2 this afternoon. And then we will be watching Chelsea against West Ham United in the WSL Joe Shannon and Courtney Sweetman-Kirk will be your commentary team. That's from 5:30 in the WSL. I watched West Ham's opening game of the season when they lost to Manchester City, but I think Rehan Skinner's making some improvements to the West Ham women's team, and they may be a good deal more competitive. So a test for Emma Hayes and Chelsea this afternoon. Super League Grand Final on Talksport from 5 p.m. today. Wigan Warriors against Catalans Dragons. Catalans have never won a Grand Final. Wigan haven't won it in 5 years. Join Adrian Durham, Mark Wilson, Paul Cook and the team from Old Trafford. And then Fight Night Live from 8 p.m. across the city from Old Trafford at the AO Arena in Manchester. KSI against Tommy Fury. Is it Jake Paul or Logan Paul's also fighting on the
Logan
undercard?
Paul.
Logan, thank you. Chris Wellham, I knew you'd know. And we've got NFL tomorrow, back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for the International Series. The Baltimore Ravens at the Tennessee Titans. That's from 1:30, tomorrow afternoon on TalkSport 2. And then they've got 49ers at the Browns from 5:30 and the Giants at the Bills from 1 a.m. overnight Sunday into Monday, as our commitment to bring you the very best in NFL commentary continues. Now, we're back underway here on TalkSport 2, and Sam Austin gets away down the Notts County left, cross into the box, and Flint almost diverted it behind for a corner, but he was helped out by Jordan Bowery. Bowery's clearance, though, only finds Bostock. Now McGoldrick trying to show quick feet down the left-hand side, wins the throw for Notts County, who lead 1-0.
That's where Mansfield need to be better. Aidan Flint, great defensive challenge. He plays it to Bowery there. He's under no pressure. That's where Bowery has to have that quality, if it's right foot, left foot, just to keep possession of the ball.
McGoldrick whips the ball into the far post, looking for the main. Good defending. Callum McDonald had to make that header because the ball was whipped in from the left-hand corner of the box by McGoldrick, deep to the far post. And the main takes a short corner quickly, gives it to Crowley. Mansfield were alive to it, but County have kept possession. Baldwin plays it across to Rawlinson, and back for John Bostock, who's sitting quite deep by the centre circle. Now Richard Brindley takes over for County. Bostock wants it again in space on the halfway line. Rolls it to his right for Matt Palmer. Palmer finds Aaron Nemain. First touch brings him in field, gives it back to Palmer. Nemain again. Tricky ball to collect, but he did quite well actually, Aaron Nemain. And Brindley will work it back to halfway, but lovely cross from McGoldrick just before there for Nemain. It was great defending from Callum McDonald.
Yeah, I think McGoldrick, I think he'd wish that he was on the end of such a cross as well, but McDonald's shown time and time again this half already. Positioning wise, timing, he's in the right place, right time. It was an excellent defensive header.
Ian Dancer and Chris Wellamo with you at Meadow Lane. Notts County 1, Mansfield Town 0. We're approaching the midway point of the first half on your home of the field. Slocum gives the ball away at the back for Notts County, and here's Davis Keeler-Dunn getting up to the edge of the area. The drive is blocked, comes out to Wally Clark, and then County should clear. But that's what happens sometimes when you have a goalkeeper content and happy to play out from the back. Sometimes they present possession to the opposition, but on this occasion County got away with it.
No, they did. Again, Davis Keeler-Dunn, I think he just moves the ball, manipulates it very, very well. It's on target, the shot. He's connected very, very well with it, but it's a great defensive block as well. And that's one of the things, you look at Luke Williams, he puts that demand on his goalkeeper. Play it, slow it down. You can get us off to that with a fast break and attack with the distribution that he's got, but it's not going to be 100%.
Akins wins it back right hand side, plays into the area, goes behind Keeler-Dunn, but in comes Lewis Reed to equalise for Mansfield Town. Suddenly County gave the ball away in their left back position. Akins seized upon it, played the ball into the box. It was behind Keeler-Dunn, but Lewis Reed was running in left hand side of the area and stroked it home into the bottom corner. And finally Mansfield's efforts at goal yield a goal. Notts County 1, Mansfield 1.
Well, it's an excellent goal. I think Lewis Reed, he has a lot to do. The ball's coming across. He just has to make sure the connection's right, and he gets some power, finds that bottom right hand corner. But you called it in your commentary. When you play out from the back, you're allowing your opposing team to come up and get the ball in, and they can intercept it in attacking areas. And Mansfield punished Notts County, but they had a second chance, overplaying in the left back challenge. Rawlinson get caught with the ball, and Mansfield punished them.
First goal since August for Lewis Reed. Joined in January from Swindon Town at Mansfield. And it's 1-1 in the local derby. Live on Talksport 2. Now it's the Mansfield fans opposite us in the Jimmy Cyril making the noise. But here come County. It's Conor Rawlinson driving forward. Finds Langstaff inside the D. Left-footed effort just wide of the post. Wrapped his left foot round it, and that wasn't far. Past Christy Pym's right-hand post as County try and respond to being pegged back. 1-1.
Well, never mind Macaulay Langstaff running to the corner flag with his hand. I was nearly off there celebrating that one. I tell you what a fantastic first touch. You know, he took it away from the defender, knew exactly where the goal was. The goal does not move in, and he just tried to get his left foot round it and bend it into the top left-hand corner there. And tell you, it wasn't far away at all.
It always moved when I played. It felt like
my knee
it.
there. I went
You popped
to
your
go.
knee. Medic! Notts County 1, Mansfield 1. Chris Willemo in a bit of trouble here. No, he's not really. Ian Danter and Chris Willemo with you on your home of the EFL. So Mansfield rewarded for their persistence, really, because since going behind, they've had the efforts on goal. And now they work the ball to the right-hand side, and Jordan Barry trying to take on McGoldrick shows all his experience, slides in, puts it out for a throw though, and Mansfield have that throw 10 yards from the corner flag, right-hand side, 1-1.
So it's so important, Notts County, okay, yeah, they've got that goal, they've allowed Mansfield to come and react, they've now conceded. It's so important now that they're switched on, they're concentrated, because Mansfield have got that like kind of wind in the sails at the minute. Everything's coming in the box. Look at the bodies in there.
Aaron Lewis hurls the ball into the near post, but it's headed out by Sam Austin. Langstaff turns the ball in field, and it actually breaks for Aaron Nemain in the end. Could be a counter-attack on here for County, as Nemain looks to twist and turn as he gets over the halfway line, but back comes Bailey Cargill and shows all his physical strength to dispossess Nemain and clips the ball up to halfway. It's laid off to George Maris. Maris in turn lays it off in midfield to Callum McDonald, and Mansfield spread play from left to right, and Barry, Aaron Lewis down the far right hand side in front of those now jubilant County fans in the Jimmy Cyril. Akins finds Lewis once again. Barry still there, just over the halfway line at the moment. Mansfield work the ball back into their own half now, and Flint back for Christy Pym, who was on loan last year, now a permanent signing at Mansfield Town, wearing all pink this afternoon. Now, is that an offside flag going to go up against Ollie Clark? It is. So Notts County will have a free kick in their right back position. We've played 26 minutes on Talksport 2, and it's one apiece.
Well, I've got to say, I think Luke Williams won't be happy. You know, I don't think they're getting the ball down and dominating possession the way that he would like. I think Mansfield are getting the better of them at the minute. I'm looking at that one as well. That's a shocking offside given there, because Ollie Clark's onside for me. It was right in front of us,
He was,
the
yeah.
line. And I'm sitting thinking, I think Clark can do better to get control of the ball rather than allow it to bounce. Take it in the full, control it. But the flag went up anyway. But I'm wanting more from Notts County. They've got to put the demands, fight for everything, but in that transition, keep possession of the ball. They need to move it a little bit quicker.
John Bostock hooks the ball forward on halfway, but it's out of play for a County throw. John Bostock went to school right next to the old Talksport building in Hatfields. In fact, when we had those breakfast versus drive five-a-sides on that AstroTurf pitch opposite the old station, we called the one end the Bostock end. That's where he did his schooling before he made his debut for Tottenham when he was, 15? Here he is at Notts County. John Bostock at the age of 31. Dan Crowley going in for a strong challenge there on a Mansfield player. The Stags have a free kick just shy of the halfway line. I think it was it Lewis Reed, the goal scorer, has brought down? It was.
Yeah, it was both just genuinely went to just head the ball. Lewis Reed got there first, and Dan Crowley, it was just a kind of a head into the face. It can be a sore one.
Very enjoyable game this, I have to tell you. 28 and a half minutes gone. Plenty going on, as you would expect in a local derby, but we've had goals too. One in each net. Mansfield with a free kick at 1-1. It's set forward to the edge of the area. Cargill knocks it on, brought down by Lucas Akins. Brings in George Maris. Great challenge by Aaron Nemain inside his own area to bail County out, but Lewis Reed wins it back for Mansfield. Chips the ball into the area. Cargill is offside as he brings it down on his chest.
I don't understand why the lines was put up. We don't have the luxury of having a monitor there, but it's an excellent ball from Lewis Reed. It's a great run. It's a dink. I'm looking across the line. It's because the linesman sees the Mansfield player first, but this is their job. I can see by the line of the 18-yard box so that he's not offside. Hopefully we can get a little bit of feedback from the studio on that and prove me wrong. But again, Mansfield, Notts County, the ball's coming into the box. They have to be alive to the second phase. They're not winning the aerial duels for the first header. When that ball goes into the 18-yard box, they're not switched on.
That's Chris Awelemo putting pressure on our producer back at Talksport Towers to provide analysis for us. We don't have monitors here at Meadow Lane, so we're not sure whether that was indeed onside. But remember, it's a VAR free zone, the EFL, and I don't mind that. Throw into Notts County in their left back position. 1-1 the score.
They have to get closer to Lewis Reid. He's completely dictating this game. You know, he's getting the ball. What I love about him is, like you say, he gets his head up, he looks forward. Is there a forward pass? You know, he's took his touch there. It's an excellent pass. A little dink just over the defensive unit of Notts County, but they've got to get closer to him. They can't let him get on the ball and just dictate the game.
Strong challenge from Aaron Lewis on Sam Aston. Was that onside, did our producer say? Was it just... No replay, he said.
We'll never know.
He might have been out making a cup of tea. 1-1 the score on Talksport 2. I'm sure he wasn't. And Lewis Reid's won it back again for Mansfield Town. And he has it again, just 10 yards inside the Notts County half of the field. He is clearly trying to dictate the pace of this game, and another ball downfield. It was a lovely ball for Aaron Lewis, but Lewis tried to turn it around the corner. He had two players hugging the right-hand touchline, but he bisected both of them, and it went out of play for a Notts County throw. Half an hour gone, 1-1.
Well, it's saying something when you're playing at Meadow Lane and all Notts County players are right back, basically in two banks in front of the... You know, Lewis Reid's getting the ball, and there's not a Notts County player that's more advanced than him.
They've lost it again, Notts County, and Aaron Lewis down the right-hand side clips the ball in field, looking for the run of Maris. Intercepted by Conor Rawlinson. Hooked downfield, but straight onto the head of the Mansfield left back, Callum McDonald. Nemain keeps the ball in play for Notts County. The assistant on this near side had his beady eye on that. And Slocum, the goalkeeper, clears downfield, but straight onto the head of Aidan Flint. But that's a bit of a Toblerone header from Aidan Flint. But they still managed to get the ball downfield, Mansfield, and then Ollie Clark with a slightly lazy touch, and County have it back, one apiece.
Well, there you said it. I think Aidan Flint with the 50 pence head, wasn't it? But like I say, Callum McDonald gets the ball down, plays it into Ollie Clark. He has to make it stick. He's already looking for the little flick over for Davis Keeler-Dunn there, but that's on when the ball's... But he's got to get that communication from Keeler-Dunn. Hold. Keep hold of the ball, keep possession for us, because it was a terrible little lazy flick.
Notts County 1, Mansfield Town 1. 31 minutes gone on Talksport 2. Talksport breakfast back from 6 a.m. on Monday with that Natalie Sawyer and Andy Townsend. More on that in a moment, because here come Mansfield Town, who really have been bossing things and growing into this game more and more since they went behind very early. But they're enjoying themselves out there, the Stags, at the moment, and they have possession with Aidan Flint, but he's given the ball away. Langstaff deep inside his own half, threads the ball up to the centre circle, finds Dan Crowley, steps away from McDonald, tries to release Sam Austin down the left-hand side, and it's out of play for a throw. I was telling you about Talksport breakfast. Yeah, Natalie Sawyer and Andy Townsend are your Monday morning team, looking back on a huge weekend of live sport with a load of top guests joining them. But if you want to wake up to music instead, Chris Evans on Virgin is with you every morning from 6:30 a.m. Just download the Talksport app and you can swipe between all of the stations in the Talksport family, including Virgin, so you can keep across absolutely everything. Talk TV, Times Radio, all there too. 1-1, and Chris Awelemo alongside me in the commentary boxes, pointing and gesticulating and very animated. What have you spotted?
Yeah, it was an excellent opportunity there for Notts County. You know, they're really kind of weathering the storm at the minute. You know, I think, but Macaulay Langstaff finds Dan Curley, and he's driving through the kind of the heart of the defence for Mansfield there. The pass to Sam Austin, though, you know, it's got to be just in behind. He had so much room for error, and it was just that quality of pass that just broke the attack down. So it's just little moments they really usually deliver. They've just they've fallen short today.
Richard Brindley just sent the ball across from right to left, midway point of his own half, and it was so nearly intercepted for Mansfield by Lucas Akins, but County have kept possession. Slocum with a long ball downfield over the head of David McGoldrick, claims for a push by Aidan Flint, not given by our referee Scott Oldham, and Mansfield will get played back underway. We've got 11 minutes plus added time to go in this first half, which has flown by on Talksport 2. This Nottinghamshire derby promised a great deal, and it's delivered so far. George Maris goes down under a challenge from Rawlinson, but Mansfield play on, even though they're a man light in this attack. McDonald playing the ball forward through the legs of Nemain, keeps hold of it down the left-hand side of the box. Ollie Clark fizzes it across the face of goal, but nobody gambled in front of goal. Everybody else in the yellow shirt held back, and the ball's out of play for a throw. And Maris is still down and will now get some treatment for Mansfield. 1-1.
Well, I'm not having that from Ollie Clark at all. I think great play from Callum McDonald. The way to pass to Ollie Clark. He knows there's no one there. He's looking up. He's got that time. You know, I think that's where he just stops the ball. He fires it, whips it across the face of goal there, but there's no Mansfield players there. They've all came to McDonald to try and play. So that's either he has to cut it back to the penalty spot, slow the ball down, bring it back onto his right, just to allow players to get into a more attacking position there. To fire it across willy-nilly, okay, if there's players there, it's an excellent cross, but when you get your head up and got the time that he did have there, he's got to slow it down.
So whilst Maris is getting some treatment, a few players come to this near touchline to have a drink of water and have a bit of a chit-chat between themselves. England beat Australia last night in that international friendly that we brought you live on Talksport. Ollie Watkins with the only goal of the game, but Italy are up next for England. That's Tuesday night from 7 in the Euro qualifier. They could secure qualification for the Euros on Tuesday, England. Scotland could also seal qualification without kicking a ball, depending on what happens. They've got France in a friendly on Talksport 2 on Tuesday night.
Yeah, going to be very interesting. I think tomorrow night I want it to be a draw, and then we stay top of the table.
That's Georgia-Norway, is it, or Georgia-Spain?
Norway-Spain.
Norway-Spain.
So I think if that's a draw, we stay top of the table and we qualify. That's the best case scenario. If Spain win, we qualify still, and then it's all about fighting for that top spot with Spain.
Well, all the best roundup of all the European action will be on Trans-Euro Express on Talksport tomorrow night from 9 o'clock with Danny Kelly and the team. It's a terrific show. I was listening to that when I was driving back from an event I was at last Sunday. Brilliant show. They were talking... I was quite happy they were talking about Jude Bellingham for about 20 minutes, to be honest. I could talk about Jude Bellingham for more than 20 minutes.
I've seen him in the flesh. Obviously, Scotland, England.
Aye.
Another level.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sitting thinking, like, he had Callum McGregor, Billy Gilmore trying to, just knows exactly how he manipulates his movement, his athleticism, his
That's why we
intelligence.
retired the shirt. That's why we retired the shirt. Back underway on Talksport 2. Mansfield flooding forward. Cross from the right-hand side is well claimed inside his 6-yard box by Sam Slocum, but there were at least 5 players forward in yellow shirts for that Mansfield attack. 1-1.
Yeah, I think Luke Williams, he's got a big job at half-time. You know, I think second best. All over, trying to force it, trying to make things happen. I'm not nowhere near on. Mansfield are completely in control of this game and look like they're going to be the ones to go and...
Well, Slocum's distribution's just letting him down a little bit at the moment, and away goes Lucas Akins. No, he's offside, the flag goes up, and I think he knew he was slightly offside. He sort of half delayed and chickened his run, but it will be a free kick to Notts County. 8 minutes to half time. 1-1 the score. McGoldrick collects the ball, but he's dispossessed by Aidan Flynn on halfway for Mansfield Town, and it will break for Davis Keeler-Dunn. Poor touch at the back, but Keeler-Dunn's through ball doesn't find its intended target. Now it is Ollie Clark. He's got McDonald on the overlap. Clark drives it into the near post and it goes behind for a corner kick off a Notts County defender, and it is all Mansfield Town, and it's 1-1.
Well, I'm not on Ollie Clark's back, but again, the shot wasn't on. You know, I think Callum McDonald's breaking his neck to kind of get round and do the overlap, but I think he just has to slow it down. Callum McDonald, the face, the look that he gave Ollie Clark, because he's gave everything to get there.
Corner kick sent in by Maris. It's punched away to the edge of the area. Aaron Lewis can't bring it down. Great interception by Dan Crowley, trying to launch a Notts County counter-attack. Out to the left-hand side. Langstaff, Nemain's gone into the area. Crowley holding back. Crowley will now pick the ball up. Langstaff went to ground, claims for a foul not given by the referee. We play on Talksport 2. It's back with Aidan Baldwin for Notts County. Brindley just to his right, faced up by Lucas Akins. Langstaff's only just picking himself up. Did you think that was a poor challenge, or
Well, it was a poor challenge. I think Langstaff, he's released the ball and then he's went through the two of the defenders. He's really took one. I think it's more his hip, but he's landed. The challenge happened outside the box and then he's landed inside the box. But it's definitely a free kick. But Notts County were in possession of the ball, so I don't know if the ref played advantage. But I think you pull that one back. You call it back.
that's Chris Wellamo, former Notts County striker. Blinking, you'd have missed it though. 1-1 the score.
I just don't understand.
Meadow Lane.
I think Notts County, we know that they use their goalkeeper a lot, but they're inviting Mansfield on, and they've not been good enough today to play through those studs. So at the minute, I just think look at the space and behind Langstaff. A little bit of quality, and play it into body, into feet, and then it really affects the likes of Lewis Reid.
That's a better ball from Baldwin to find McGoldrick out to the left-hand side for Notts County and Sam Austin. Austin taking on Bowery, whips the ball in to the near post, but it's well claimed by Christy Pym. No immediate danger there for Mansfield, and Pym looks to bowl the ball out overarm, but just delays doing it for a moment. 5 minutes of normal time to go in this first half on Talksport 2. If you're just tuning in, Dan Crowley gave Notts County an early lead in the 3rd minute, but Lewis Reid equalising on 24 minutes. That's the scoreline we have for you here on your home of the EFL, Talksport 2. First against 4th at the start of play in League 2. Notts County have won all 5 home games in League 2 so far, and Mansfield, remember, protecting the only unbeaten record in League 2, and indeed the only unbeaten record in all competitions in English football. Even Arsenal and Tottenham can't say that. Ball's back with Sam Slocum, the Notts County keeper. That's a good firm pass to find Dan Crowley, midway point of his own half. Nicks it infield to Matt Palmer, and then Brindley back for Slocum once again. They're not shy in looking for their goalkeeper.
No, it just creates another angle, isn't it? Another option. And look how high Sam Slocum comes as well. I just feel that if you're Langstaff, you're McGoldrick, the positions that they find, you can, with the quality they've got, just find the player. Clip it into body, into feet. They keep possession. It gets you up into the middle third or the attacking third, and then you go from there.
Slocum, the Notts County goalkeeper, has possession outside of his own penalty area.
So look at McGoldrick now. The space in front of him, he's actually asking the question in behind.
That's what he's trying to do as Slocum fires the ball downfield, but McGoldrick loses his footing as he tried to twist and adjust to the flight of the ball that was coming towards him, and it just bobbled through to Christy Pym, the Mansfield keeper, who fires it downfield straight onto the chest of Conor Rawlinson. Rawlinson plays it across to Brindley, takes the ball forward 10 yards or so, then lays it back to Aidan Baldwin under pressure from Mansfield's number 7, Lucas Akins. But again, Slocum is the option. He finds Rawlinson, brings the ball up to the halfway line on the far side of the field in front of those Mansfield fans in the Jimmy Cyril stand here at Meadow Lane. 1-1 the score on Talksport 2. Brindley will give the ball back to Slocum once again. Slocum must have had the most touches of any player on both sides so far this afternoon. County fans just getting a bit tetchy, wanting to see a bit more forward play in the other half of the field, because it's the half to our left, in fairness, Chris and Mallow, where we've seen the ball the most in this first period.
Yes, it is. And I think because that's the way the Notts County play. They try and be patient. They try and play it across the defensive unit, bouncing it into the likes of Bostock. But at the minute, Mansfield, they're hunting for it in numbers. They're forcing the error. They're getting possession, and in that transition, they're causing Notts County problems. So you have to be able to mix up. But Lewis, Luke Williams, he doesn't. I wouldn't say there's not a plan B, because they are very, very dominant in the games. But they have to be able to switch up. I'm not meaning go direct, go big, fight balls. Go forward with quality into likes of Langstaff and McGoldrick in those attacking areas. 1
or 2 players missing for County this afternoon. Carl Cameron, we mentioned, not in the squad today, centre half. Not sure quite what the issue is there with him. Jody Jones did pick up an injury last weekend and was withdrawn from the Maltese squad. He was set to go and play some international football during the course of this break, but he wasn't fit enough even for the bench here this afternoon for Notts County. Ball's back with Sam Slocum once again. Drives the ball right-footed straight onto the head of Bailey Cargill, but his header up to halfway He's intercepted by Palmer. County have it back. Good ball in field from Nemain to find McGoldrick. McGoldrick spots Austin making a run. Left-hand corner of the box. He's got Barry isolated. Checks onto his right. Tried to curl it goalwards. Didn't get enough pace on the shot and it was blocked. But Austin will go and retrieve the loose ball. Bostock now plays it in field for Rawlinson. Into the feet of Palmer just by the centre circle for Notts County. Now Brindley. 1-1 the score, remember. We're in the last minute of normal time in this first period. Baldwin lays the ball off to Rawlinson. Bostock has to come back into his own half for Notts County to retrieve possession. And under the watchful gaze of Keeler, Dunn gives it back to his keeper, and Chris Willamo shakes his head to my left.
Well, Notts County, they're on the front foot, in the main, into McGoldrick, finds Austin, he tries to get the shot away. It's a block, he keeps possession of the ball. The ball gets switched across to Brindley, and he just slows it down, just stands on the ball, so it allows Mansfield to get into possession, and then you have to go back to your goalkeeper again. I think Brindley, with the energy that he's got, drive forward, commit your player, and then you find the main or you find Dan Crowley in front of you, and then you try and create another opportunity to put the ball in the box or get a shot away. Don't slow it down.
4 minutes of minimum added time, and those 4 minutes have been added on for a couple of breaks in play that we've had for injuries. There was one for George Maris, one for Ollie Clark, I think. So 4 minutes is about right here at Meadow Lane, where it's 1-1 between Notts County and Mansfield. And the ball's out of play for a Notts County throw. Bang on halfway on that far side of the field. A few Mansfield fans having to shield their eyes from the sun because the sun's directly in their faces on that opposite side to where we are in the Derek Pavis stand here at Meadow Lane. Back it goes to Sam Slocum. Slocum, quick pass out to Brindley, but he's been set upon by George Maris, who fouled him, just nudged him in the small of the back and brought him down. And it's a free kick to Notts County, 1-1.
Again, Brindley taking too many touches. George Maris, it's a sloppy one to give away. You've got him under pressure. Just make sure he knows that you're there. Can you intercept the ball rather than lean on the player? He's let him off there. Let him off.
So Slocum will have the free kick for Notts County. Into the second minute of 4 minimum that have been added on in this first half. Slocum's kick downfield looking for McGoldrick, but neither him nor Bailey Cargill got off the ground. They both were sort of keeping hold of each other, keeping them rooted to terra firma. Headed out of play by Cargill for a Notts County throw. Can they create something, the home side, before the break here on Talksport 2? Nemain looking to flick the ball up to the edge of the area, but Mansfield just hoof it clear. I think it was Cargill again putting his right foot through it, and it lands out of play for a Notts County throw inside their own half, and Baldwin's going to leave it for Aaron Nemain to take it. Former Manchester City Academy graduate Aaron Nemain came to County a couple of years ago from Torquay United. Brindley, risky pass along the centre of his own half, but he found Conor Rawlinson, who tries to release Sam Austin down the left-hand side for the hosts. Sam Austin checks back onto his favoured right foot, whips across it, headed away by Aidan Flint just inside the box, but it comes out to John Bostock. Austin once more has it up against Jordan Barry. Down that Notts County left-hand side. Back in field again for Bostock, and then McGoldrick taking up a position quite deep. Palmer now for the Magpies. Finds Dan Crowley. Palmer has to go back to halfway. And once again, Matt Palmer just over the halfway line. Plays a little 1-2 with Bostock. Nemain faced up by Callum McDonald. Can't get away from him. Good defending by Mansfield. They got the ball clear up to halfway, but it's back with the black and white striped shirts of Notts County. 3 minutes of the minimum 4 have gone. Notts County 1, Mansfield 1. Lots of live sport coming today. Super League Grand Final at 5 on Talksport. Boxing at 8, KSI against Tommy Fury. Here come Notts County. Sam Austin down the left-hand side of the area. Pulls the ball across. Crowley had a shot, but it was cleared off the line. And it's gone out of play for a corner kick right at the end of the half. I think it was Callum McDonald who cleared off his own goal line to stop County going in ahead of the break. They've taken the corner kick short on this right-hand side. Crowley works it back for Brindley. Brindley finds Crowley again, pushing in field 25 yards out. Plays it down the right-hand side of the box. Nemain tries to get the cross and it's blocked brilliantly, comes out to Palmer. Palmer finds Crowley right-hand corner of the box, looking for an angle for a cross, whips the ball in along the deck, and Mansfield fire it clear, but only as far as John Bostock now. County piling on the pressure at the end of this first half. The 4 minutes minimum are up. It's down to the referee now as to how much to add on, and he does blow the whistle as we tick round past 49 minutes. And after a great first 45 minutes, both sides going level. Notts County won, Mansfield won the score. County got off to the great start, going ahead in the 3rd minute through Dan Crowley after great work on the County right from Aaron Nemain, playing the ball into the box that wasn't cleared, and Cowley running onto the loose ball smashed it home off a Mansfield player. But after that, Mansfield started dominating possession, started keeping possession inside the County half, and also capitalising on mistakes, and that's how they got themselves level on 24 minutes when the ball was given away. Lucas Aikens down the Mansfield right, across into the box. It snaked its way through to Lewis Reed at the far post, who slotted it home neatly. And at the break, Chris Willemo, I can't wait for the second half, because that first half at 1-1's been terrific.
Yeah, it's been excellent. You know, I wouldn't say end-to-end. I think Mansfield have dominated after they conceded that early goal. But I've got to say, I think Luke Williams will be happy with the last 5 minutes. You know, Notts County really taking the game to Mansfield, causing all sorts of problems. Dan Crowley there, he nearly done everything right. He's hit the target. It was a hard one to take. You know, Sam Austin, a little clip to the back post. Callum McDonald, I think he's defended fantastically well in that first half. I'm talking about his positioning, his timely challenges, and just he's done everything right. And then can he bring a little bit more in the attacking sense? Yes, he can, because he's got energy back to front as well. So it's been an excellent game. I think Luke Williams will say, look, that's what I want from you. It's all about just moving the ball a little bit quicker. Can you go forward rather than just slowing it down? Because Mansfield, without the ball, have been very, very organised. They went and hunted in numbers, but without it, they're compact. They're hard to break down, but they go and force the error.
Certainly thinking about who might have had the least or the fewest touches in that first half. Macaulay Langstaff has got to be up there for fewest touches in that first 45 minutes.
But he's always looking to play on the shoulder, you know.
I'm not saying it's his fault. It's just that Mansfield have got County so hemmed in at times, and they can't get out the way that they would want to find Langstaff.
So if you look across the defensive unit of Notts County, and that's what Luke Williams, I'm sure that information, when it's on the positions that Langstaff take up and McGoldrick take up, it's just that little clip into the feet, clip into the body, because they're so open all the time. You don't need to work that space, because Mansfield are very aggressive without the ball. They're leaving a big space between their midfield and their defence. That's where the space is. That's where Notts County have to be better. You know, they're slowing it down. Too many touches across the back. Sam Slocum has seen too much of the ball. But even when it does come to him, the pass is still on into McGoldrick. The pass is still on into Langstaff. They have to be brave enough to take it on.
It's been a terrific first half. Stay with us for the second. It promises just to be just as good as what Chris Willemo and myself have witnessed in that first 45. So as it stands, Notts County are going to drop points at home for the first time this season, and Mansfield are going to maintain their unbeaten start with yet another draw. At the break, and we'll be off to the racehorse ground shortly, incidentally, on Talksport 2 to chat to our commentary team ahead of our 3 o'clock kickoff, which is Wrexham Salford. But here at Meadow Lane, at the break, Notts County 1, Mansfield Town 1 on Talksport 2.
Game day. The best spine-tingling commentary.
EFL Game Day Live
on Talksport 2.
Morrison's Morecard exclusives are your ticket to big savings this Halloween. Like any 2 for £6 spooky sweet tubs, down from £4 each. That's more treats for your little terrors. Download the Morrison's More app today.
More reasons to shop at Morrison's.
Majority of stores subject to availability. 500 to 630 grams. Ends 31st of October.
Behold the Heinz sandwich. Soft, fresh bread, caressed by the tastiest, the creamiest mayo. Yeah. Everything else is just filler. Heinz sandwich may also contain cheese, ham, salad, tuna, crisps, or a million other less important ingredients, and Heinz Seriously Good mayo. Bread sold separately.
Your call is really important to us.
Waiting. Frustrating, isn't it? Especially when you've got plans. Whether you're thinking of revamping your home or looking for ways to move your business forward, we'll help you get there with finance that's right for you. So don't let your plans get stuck on hold. Join over 1 million customers who trust us to deliver the right finance solutions to get them moving. Search navuna.co.uk and get there sooner with Navuna.
Latte, please.
Complimentary syrup?
Oh, yes. Vanilla.
Free extra shot?
Why not?
Whipped cream, side croissant, and a chocolate powder portrait of your cute poodle on the house?
Thanks.
Everyone loves an upgrade. And when you buy the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 now, you can claim Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, a clear gadget case, and a super fast charger on us. Together worth £273. We call it the ultimate upgrade. Buy before 31st of October from a participating retailer. Claim on website within 30 days of purchase. T's and C's apply.
Dive into the NFL season with 888 Sport, official partner of the NFL. Because it's made for quick snaps. Blue 42! It's made for hard hits. Felt that one. It's made for perfect plays.
Touchdown! Get money back as a free bet up to £10 every Sunday and Thursday with 888 Sport if your NFL bet builder loses.
888 Sport, official partner of the NFL.
888 Sport. Made to play.
18 plus minimum odds apply. For full terms and conditions, visit 888sport.com. BeGambleAware.org.
Ooh, Mackie D's. Give us a fry.
Help yourself.
Wait, what?
Have fun, Dad. They were free.
Free fries, how?
Signed up for rewards on the McDonald's app.
McDonald's have a reward scheme.
Yes, and an app is a thing you get on your phone and when you download it.
Okay, thank you. I'm having another one for that.
My McDonald's Rewards. Sign up on the McDonald's app and get free fries and 1,000 points when you place your first order. 18 plus. Only via app of participating restaurants. Register by the 22nd of October and order within 14 days. Minimum spend required. Terms apply.
With the biggest range of cars to buy entirely online, it's no wonder everyone's cinching it.
I cinched it while on holiday in Cornwall.
I just cinched it with free home delivery. Shh, this is a library.
Class, repeat after me. I cinched it.
Cinched it.
With so many great reasons to buy, the nation aren't just nailing it, they're cinching it. Comparison against equivalent retailers. Visit cinch.co.uk/range claim. Delivery to GB mainland, Isle of Wight and Scottish Islands only. T's and C's apply.
Like to save on Aldi's Super 6 fresh fruit and veg from just 49p each. Chantenay carrots, white mushrooms and 6-pack of Royal Gala apples. Plus 3-pack of large red onions, baby potatoes and sweet potatoes. Save a wedge on your fruit and veg. Aldi, officially which cheapest supermarket of the year. Products may vary by region, subject to availability.
It's Tuesday night. It's live football. It's England versus Italy. Euro 2020-24 qualifier on Talksport.
What a goal!
Build up from 7. Kick off at 7:45.
And how important could that goal be?
France versus Scotland. International friendly on Talksport 2. Build up from 6. Kick off at 7:45.
And it's a header into the back of the net.
Tuesday night, live football on Talksport and Talksport 2. Oh, I've just spilt me bovril.
Feel the power and the glory.
Game day.
And he scored. It's a brilliant goal.
Fired up and raring to go.
EFL Game Day Live
on Talksport 2.
In comes this Wrexham corner, their third, and at the near post it was stopped, but only stopped temporarily. They've done it again.
It's got a bit of pace on, there's a free header, and it's a dream start! A dream start for the home side!
Quick feed, he drives infield, it's a brilliant run, and it's a right, but he deflected it into the net! To surely win the game for Wrexham!
So Whitby's a great ball in, big chance, and it's a goal! Buried into the back of the net! And we are level.
Low ball in, takes a deflection. It's in from Macalinden.
There's nobody does EFL better than Talksport.
Notts County 1, Mansfield Town 1, the half-time score here at Meadow Lane in the first of our back-to-back League 2 commentaries on Talksport 2 this afternoon. I'm Ian Dancer at Meadow Lane. It's been a terrific first half here. Bound to be the same sort of entertainment to come in this Nottinghamshire derby for the restart when Chris Iwelumo rejoins me. Once we're done here, we'll travel from the East Midlands to North Wales. Wrexham taking on Salford this afternoon, 7th against 13th in the division. Cameron Pope and Mickey Gray will be your commentary team at the racecourse, and they join me now from the stadium. Still raining, chaps.
Hello Ian, no it's not, we've got the opposite problem actually. So around about 2 hours ago I was rather disappointed. I got out of the car without a raincoat. Now I'm risking getting sunburn. There's a beautiful sky over the racecourse, or Kairas as we're being told now to pronounce it in its Welsh name. But
no matter how much sun you get, You won't match Mickey Gray's tan, Cameron.
No, I won't. He says he's just been to Portugal, and I'm very, very jealous. So he's got a little bit of natural protection, which I am.
Mickey, looking even better than ever, then, are you, sir?
Just topping up the tan. You know, the weather follows me around. It's not my problem.
I know. I don't know how you do it. Now, talk to me about. I mean, Wrexham. I was there for the opening day of the season, boys, when they lost by 5-3 was it against Milton Keynes, and the pattern was kind of set for the season. They don't care if the opposition scores 3; they'll try and score 4. It's what I remember from the Barry Fry days of management, Mickey.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Dance. And isn't it great to see? I mean, you've got a side out there who just want to go and entertain, and I think it's great. I was here for the Doncaster game a few weeks ago, and it was pretty similar then, albeit it wasn't a 5-3 scoreline. But you can sense there's a little bit of frustration. I mean, they went unbeaten here last season. They've obviously lost here this time around. But some of the football that they play, when they give the ball away, you can sense just in the home crowd there's a little bit of frustration, as if there's an expectancy here of no mistakes, winning football matches and climbing to the top of the table. Now, it was a bit of a slow start, but they're starting to gradually get themselves up to near the top of the table. And I think come the end of the season, I know it's early doors, but they will be there or thereabouts. And there's something happening at this club, as we all know.
Yeah. Well, Cameron, I was a bit worried for Salford at the start of the season. They'd lost in the playoff semi-finals to Stockport, and there is sometimes a hangover for teams having missed out in the playoffs in the ensuing league campaign. But they picked up lately, because I was a bit worried for Neil Wood and the team at first, because they went on a wretched run at the start of the season, didn't they?
Yeah, they went 5 games unbeaten. It's a new EFL record for Salford, Dance, and I think a few did fear for Neil Wood's job, but he's turned it round. They've won their last 3 in the league. They did lose on Tuesday against local rival Stockport 3-1 in the EFL Trophy, but that is not their focus this season. It's a tournament they've already won. What they've not done is managed to make a serious dent at the playoffs, and that looked unlikely a few weeks ago. Now they're starting to turn the tide. Only 4 points behind Wrexham so far. They've had a horrible injury crisis to deal with as well, and they're just coming out the other side of it now. So Elliot Watt, player of the season from last year, has come back in. Callum Hendry's still out, but he should be back around December. But you've got the likes of Theo Vassell, Luke Garbutt, a new signing, Colin McLennan, a new incoming, Osama Ashley too. All have been injured over the last few weeks. They've just ridden out the storm now, and I think there's a wave of optimism that's starting to come back at Moor Lane.
But Mickey, they're up against Paul Mullin and Ollie Palmer back together again now that injuries have been sorted out, and that's arguably one of the most fearsome strike forces in League Two. Yeah, they're letting loads in at the other end, but those two sound a delicious partnership up front.
Well, I was here for his comeback game, which was against Doncaster, Paul Mullin, Dance, and the cheer he got in the stadium was just exceptional. It really was. Now, he didn't score on that day, but he had a couple of half chances, and you can imagine he's now getting himself up to 100% fully fit. So he's a real threat, there's no doubt about that. He's starting to get in behind. He just loves running around, doesn't he? I mean, he's like a crisp packet, isn't he, in the wind? And that's the type of player he is. But look, it reaps its rewards because he scores a lot of goals, as we saw last season, and obviously he's got himself up the score sheet this season as well. And you talk about Ollie Palmer, it's like big man, little man, isn't it? And if that doesn't work for them, they've got Fletcher, and they've also got Dalby who they can bring off the bench. And I think that's the real threat that Wrexham have this season in League Two, that their squad's strong. If things aren't working with the first 11, they can make changes, and they've just got different options. And I think in those 4 positions, which is why they're such a threat going forward and why they score so many goals. But the worry for me, Dance, when I was here, was they looked a little bit leaky at the back, and if you look at how many goals they have conceded, that's got to be a concern moving forward.
Mickey, I'm nicking that one like a crisp packet in the wind, if you don't mind. I'll give you a £5 every time I use it, though, if that's fair enough.
It's yours.
Very kind. Ollie, Mickey, Cameron, enjoy the game this afternoon. Cameron Pope, Mickey Gray, your commentary team at the Racecourse Ground. It is a 3 o'clock kickoff. It's live on Talksport 2. Wrexham Salford. I recommend you stay with us for that one, because Wrexham games are not dull. And as envisaged by the game I saw with Dean Saunders, that game against Milton Keynes on the first day of the season, where even when they were 5-2 down, they were still scrapping, trying to score goals. Amazing stuff. So that's our next live football, and after that, stay with Talksport 2 for WSL live commentary. Chelsea against West Ham United. That's a 5:30 kickoff. Joe Shannon and Courtney Sweetman-Kirk will be your commentary team for that game. But for a choice of listening, the Super League Grand Final on Talksport at 5 p.m. Adrian Durham, Mark Wilson, Paul Cook, Craig Modoc and the team at Old Trafford as Wigan Warriors take on Catalans Dragons. Catalans who've never won. They've come close to winning the Super League Grand Final but never quite managed it. Up against a Wigan side who haven't won it in 5 years. Great game in prospects. I'll be listening to that on my drive home. But here at Meadow Lane, it's all square. First against fourth. Chucking the fact that it's a local derby, and it just adds all the spice you could possibly wish. Puts the ball into the box, might drop for Langstaff. In goes Crowley! County have got an early lead.
It's a fantastic start from Notts County.
Akins wins it back right hand side, plays into the area, goes behind Killardun, but in comes Lewis Reed to equalise for Mansfield Town.
Well, that's an excellent goal.
It's Connor Rawlinson driving forward, finds Langstaff inside the D, left-footed effort just wide of the post. So 1-1, players are back out and we're ready for the off for the second half. Myself, Ian Danter and Chris Owellamo, Notts County in their black and white striped shirts with the black shorts and socks, heading for the cop end to our left as we sit towards the back of the main stand, the Derek Pavis stand here at Meadow Lane in bright sunshine again this Saturday afternoon. Mansfield attacking the family stand end away to our right hand side in their yellow shirts and socks with blue shorts. I'll run you through the lineups in a minute. There's a ball fired in from the left hand side from Callum MacDonald, claimed by Slocum, the Notts County goalkeeper. In front of Slocum, Brindley, Baldwin, Rawlinson at the back, Crowley, Palmer, Bostock, Nemain, Austin, McGoldrick and Langstaff. And for Mansfield, Pym is the keeper, Barry, Flint, Cargill, McDonald across the back, Lewis, Reed, Maris, Clark, Keeler-Dunn and Akins further forward for the Stags. There's one back on halfway by David McGoldrick. Just got a toe poke ahead of Davis, Keeler-Dunn to get it back to, once again, Sam Slocum, who's had so many touches of the ball, the Notts County keeper. Fires the ball diagonally, right to left to pick out Sam Austin on this near side, the left. It's only half cleared away by Bowery, so McGoldrick plays it out to the left wing, and Austin again, level with the edge of the area, looking to jockey his way past Jordan Bowery. Oh, through the legs of Bowery, but then Bowery gets back and wins the ball. Very strong challenge from Jordan Bowery. Looked like he'd been done at first, Chris Owellamo, but credit the right back for Mansfield. Stuck to his task and won possession.
Yeah, fantastic ability from Sam Austin there. Just a little one through the legs, but Bowery come back. Good strong shoulder as well. Very, very good challenge, and then comes around and then just gives the ball back to Notts County there. Already you can see Sam Slocum, there's an urgency when he has the ball, even when he's not under pressure, to get that ball forward, albeit it's a little bit wayward. It's out to Austin on this left-hand side. I think he still should be finding Langstaff and like some McGoldrick who are centrally with a lot of space around them.
Couple of minutes gone. Second half on Talksport 2. 1-1 the score if you're just tuning into EFL Game Day Live. We'll get team news from Cameron Pope at the racecourse ground in the next 20 minutes or so for our 3 o'clock kickoff, which is Wrexham against Salford City. Now Aaron Nemain down the right hand side for Notts County, into the box looking for Langstaff. Brilliant telescopic leg swung out by Bailey Cargill to keep the ball away from Langstaff, but it is a County throw 10 yards from the corner flag. 1-1.
Absolute quality there from Notts County. Great ball in from the main as well. If Cargill does not get the challenge in there, Langstaff's putting that one in the back of the net. It was just excellent play, 2-3 passes and the opportunity presented itself. Excellent defender.
Nemain went down on the right hand side, claiming a free kick which wasn't given, and Mansfield end up with a goal kick. Christy Pym, who saved a penalty, a brilliant, and made another incredible save in the 0-0 draw that Mansfield got at home to AFC Wimbledon last weekend. Former Peterborough United keeper. In fact, I heard from Adrian Durham at half-time, who's off to the Super League Grand Final day. He was telling me all about Lewis Reed. He was at Peterborough before he went to Swindon, and he was amazed that he didn't make the step up even further up the pyramid. But it's his goal, his cultured finish, that brought Mansfield level. And Christy Pym fires the ball downfield, brilliantly brought down out of the sky by George Maris, into the feet of Akins on halfway, but his ball into the feet of Aaron Lewis was a bit too firm, and Notts County have it back just inside their own half with Aidan Baldwin, and back for Slocum once again. 1-1.
Yeah, it's important there, Akins, that ball into Lewis when they can create a really good overload, even though it's in the central area. And I think Lewis is a very good player. He did kill it dead, but he just allowed the challenge to come in and lose possession of the ball there. So it's just little moments, little bits of quality that can be better. But on about Lewis Reid, I think he's not only scored an excellent goal, but he's completely controlled this game. Positioning, his technical ability, he's got an eye for a pass. That urgency about him that's just kind of lifting the pulling everyone up to his kind of level around him as well.
Ball's back with the Notts County keeper Sam Slocum. His first time clearance doesn't quite make halfway. Ollie Clark wins the header for Mansfield, tidied up by the aforementioned Lewis Reid, and then it swung down the left hand side looking for George Maris, but overhit, and the ball will bounce through for Slocum. Nigel Clough, of course, here in the opposition dugout. He played here for Nottingham Forest back in the early 90s in a Division 1 win before the Premier League was formed, in a 4-0 win for Nottingham Forest. But both Notts County were relegated that year, of course, the year the Premier League was formed, and Nottingham Forest were relegated the season after. So it wasn't a good couple of years for this particular city. First meeting between these two sides since February of 2019. Craig McCall-Smith was the only goal scorer that day for Notts County, who were in possession inside their own half. Sam Austin brings the ball down out of the sky. He's got two Mansfield players herring after him down the right-hand side for them. In the left-back position, Sam Austin back to his own dead ball line, ends up backing the ball out of play to prevent a corner kick. Really was being hassled and harried by Aaron Lewis and Jordan Bowery. But before Mansfield can take the throw, there's a Notts County player down injured inside his own half. I'm looking to see who it is. I can't quite... Is it Bostock? I think it's John Bostock who's gone down off the ball, and he's going to get some treatment. 1-1 the score. We played 5 minutes of the second half. Here's Chris Iwelumo.
Yeah, I've got to say, I think it's you're looking at Sam Austin there. Just he had no other option. He's taking it down. He's getting harried by the two Mansfield defensive players there. He's taking it back into his own corner flag area, and it's one of them. He's just, can you just put the foot through it? I think he done the right. He made the right decision. Just backheeling it out for a throw in, rather than trying to kind of put the foot through it. Can go anywhere, especially when you're facing your own goal as well.
I think they might have to make a change from the bench here. I'm not sure whether Bostock's going to be okay to continue. I can see a few signals from Luke Williams' assistants to get people back to the bench. Bostock's back on his feet. He's just being led to the far side of the field. This time next week, Game Day will be back up and running across the Talksport network. It's only the Merseyside derby. Here we are in Nottinghamshire. Liverpool-Everton, 12:30 next weekend to kick off Game Day. And I'll be at Bramall Lane next Saturday night. Sheffield United against Manchester United. 8 o'clock kick-off at Bramall. That's live and exclusive on Talksport as part of Game Day. Bostock is off the field, so here comes the throw from Mansfield into the County box from the right-hand side. Aaron Lewis gets it into the near post, and County get it only half clear. Drops for Callum MacDonald, tries a shot from a long way out, and it was blocked away, and Notts County could try and break on the counter-attack with Dan Crowley, still inside his own half. MacDonald's watching him, just flicks it back. Bostock not moving too well, I have to say, on that far side. I think his race is run, Chris Iwelumo.
Yeah, I think so.
Bostock
struggling. He's come off now, hasn't he? He's just walking down the sideline with the physio, so I think he is.
Could be a dead leg, which they were talking about the week about Jack Grealish having had a dead leg. Played for England last night. You heard him live on Talksport, setting up Ollie Watkins for the only goal of the game. England-Italy is live on Talksport Tuesday night. We'll see whether Messrs Grealish or Watkins are involved at all that night in the Euro qualifier. Adrian Durham, Jim Proudfoot and Stuart Pearce will be at Wembley Stadium for you for that one, whilst Chris is going to be concentrating on France-Scotland in a friendly on Tuesday night. That's live on Talksport too. But by then Scotland could already be popping the non-alcoholic champagne corks. We're getting through to the second Euros in a row. 1-1 the score here. Sam Slocum sends the ball downfield, but it's a pretty aimless ball from the Notts County keeper. Comfortable header clear for Aidan Flint, and then Ollie Clark goes in strongly for the Stags. Drops for Bailey Cargill, plays the ball out to the left back position, and Callum MacDonald. He gives it back to Cargill, who I remember coming through at Forest Green Rovers, getting a move to Coventry City, but didn't quite happen for Bailey Cargill either. Moving up the pyramid, but looks perfectly adept at League 2 level. Been playing at left back as well, actually. Playing at centre half today with Aidan Flint, but He's been playing at left back as well for Mansfield Town this season, Chris.
Yeah, he's had that excellent challenge for the main cross, but I've just got to...
Long ball looking to get Matt Langstaff away, but it just bounced through to Christy Pym. 1-1.
Just slipping into the same way that they were playing in the first half. Really slow from Slocum, allowing Mansfield to basically dictate that they press, they can drop. I just feel Slocum has the opportunity with the quality that he's got with both feet as well, that he's got to find Langstaff, he's got to find McGoldrick, right across the back three of Notts County.
Jordan Barry here, level with the edge of the Notts County penalty area, looking to send the ball in, lays it off to George Maris, who sends the ball into the box, held up inside the area by Davis. Keeler-Dunn gives it back to Maris down the right hand side of the area, whips it in near post, doesn't drop for Akins, who tried to get a shot away into the near post, but it was brilliant defending by Aidan Baldwin. But Mansfield have it back down the left hand side of the box. Ollie Clark chips it in, volleyed away by Baldwin this time. Crowley chests the ball down at the edge of his own area and does really well to bring it clear for the home side. Good ball infield to Aaron Nemain. Brilliant first touch, and Nemain's away inside the Mansfield half. And just as he tried to play the ball infield, he had the ball taken off his toe. Legally, says the referee, by Bailey Cargill. 1-1.
It's a free kick. Yeah, Bailey Cargill, he gets back, but he takes the player before he takes the ball there. Nemain's just trying to, I think it's release Langstaff on the left hand side, got his head up, seen the run, goes to play it. It's a free kick. The referee's got it all wrong there.
Chris Awelamo alongside me, Ian Tanter. Here comes the change, and it's Jim O'Brien that's going to come on to replace John Bostock, another player edging towards 150 appearances for Notts County. Joined a few years ago from Bradford City, former Celtic youth. Scored a couple of hat-tricks, actually, Jim O'Brien, in recent times for Notts County. So he's on straight swap, central midfielder. Nothing really changes in the Notts County approach, your philosophy. It's still 3-4-2-1 for Luke Williams' side at 1-1. 11 minutes gone, second half. As Palmer finds Aidan Baldwin, who can bring the ball up to the halfway line, ball at his feet, plays the ball over halfway. Can't find Langstaff though, picked off by Aidan Flint, but he tried to thread the ball over halfway to look for Keeler-Dunn, who was moving infield as the ball went out to the left wing, so retrieved by Notts County. Not really much of a pattern of the game has established itself in this second half like it did in the first, Chris Wellerman.
Yeah, it's a little bit scrappy, isn't it? Both centre-backs here for opposing sides. I think
Matt Palmer just got away with one there, almost stood on the ball midway point of his own half, and Aaron Lewis of Mansfield very nearly took it off his toe, but Palmer did just enough to keep the ball for Notts County. Otherwise, Aaron Lewis had a straight run at goal.
Well, this is it. They've got to move the ball quicker. I understand, you play out from the back, you get the ball, you turn, you just keep possession. But like you say, Matt Palmer there, turn, drive forward yourself. But you have to release the ball, 1-2 touch. That has to be to move and disrupt your opposition.
Aaron Nemain for Notts County, right-hand side. Jinks infield, lays it off to Jim O'Brien, his first involvement in the game. Midway point of the Mansfield half. Dan Crowley, who scored that early goal to put County ahead. 1-1 here. McGoldrick up to the edge of the area looking for Langstaff, but it was, as he released the ball, he was caught, and even though the ball didn't find Langstaff, referee Oldham's given Notts County a free kick, a good 30 to 35 yards out, just to the left of centre. Somebody might fancy a pot shot at goal here for Notts County. 1-1.
Yeah, I think McGoldrick, I think the referee's got that one right. He has released the ball. It's a bit of a late challenge. It was a committed slide that kind of just nicked McGoldrick from the back. You got to take it on. Very, very scrappy second half from both sides. I think a couple of passes and then giving up possession of the ball. It has to be better from both. I think both managers will be obviously given that instruction. Just be patient with it, be brave, be composed in those situations.
Just to give you an idea how far out this free kick is, the four-man Mansfield Wall's inside the D. It's McGoldrick who's going to go on. It's blocked by that Wall, who came out to block it as it was a short free kick rolled to McGoldrick. And the giant frame of Aidan Flynn was the man that blocked it away for a Notts County throw. 1-1. And it's Richard Brindley back into his own half for first Matt Palmer and then Aidan Baldwin. Palmer again played for Nigel Clough at Burton Albion did Matt Palmer. Joined Notts County from Swindon a couple of years ago. Recently signed an extension through to 2025, sitting just in front of that back three. And Baldwin, the centre of that back three, gives the ball back to Sam Slocum. Looked uncertain as he received the ball, the Notts County keeper, but he cleared the ball well on his right foot downfield, but headed back towards halfway. Bit of head tennis, drops for Notts County again. Brindley will look once again for Aidan Baldwin. And now Conor Rawlinson, who came into the side today for the injured Carl Cameron, scored against Tranmere back in August at the start of the season. Slocum again. There's a slightly higher press from Mansfield this time. Slocum now under pressure from the goal scorer Lewis Reed. And the clearance from Slocum sees Mansfield win it back, and it's Ollie Clark striding down the left-hand side, gets to the byline. Can he pull it back for a teammate? It might drop for Maris. Scented goal was blocked by the keeper, and he dashes out to smother the loose ball before another Mansfield player can get a second shot in. An hour gone, and danger for Notts County at the family stand end. It's 1-1 still, though.
Well, Ollie Clark, outstanding play down that left-hand side. So strong. You know, he's going at full pelt as well. I thought he took an extra touch, but he takes it right to the line, cuts it back. It's an excellent ball. Like I said, George Maris comes on, just toe pokes it. Good save from Slocum, but he gets up, couldn't keep hold of the ball. Reacts well, gets on his feet again and smothers it. But it just shows you, you know, their own downfall. Notts County too slow at the back, allowing Mansfield to kind of get together and press in numbers, and then they're forcing Slocum to go. It's just big hoof balls, no quality, and he's got that pass as well. So again, it was so evident in the first half. The information must have came from the manager, the players themselves, saying they have to speed it up. The first 5 minutes of the second half, they did exactly that.
That's Chris Awellamo. You can hear alongside me Ian Danter here at Meadow Lane. An hour gone then. Notts County 1, Mansfield Town 1. Ball's on halfway with Conor Rawlinson of County. Left-footed ball looking for David McGoldrick further down the field, but again Mansfield have got shirts around him to win the possession. And then Barry sends it up to halfway. Deflected out of play by Palmer for a throw into Mansfield right by Nigel Clough's technical area, but Nigel Clough tends not to be at the edge of the technical area, much like Luke Williams is for Notts County. Keeps a watching brief further back towards the tunnel. Now, corner given away by Aidan Baldwin as he was being pressurised by George Maris. So Mansfield have a corner kick at the family stand end where it meets the Derek Pavis stand. And Davis Keeler-Dunn is just saying, somebody else want to take this? He wants to be on the end of it and get a goal, I think.
Of course. But again, Mansfield in the defensive area getting those quick passes in, but when it's on to go forward, more so down this right-hand side, that's what they do with quality. A little dink in behind, got willing runners, good defending and then to put it out for the corner, but still, Notts County, I need more from them in possession of the ball.
So it's Callum McDonald, the left-back, who's come across to swing this corner in. Packed 6-yard area away to our right-hand side. In it comes left-footed from McDonald into the near post, across the face of goal, and no one gets a touch in either side. Aidan Flint eventually rolls the ball back towards the halfway line. Jordan Barry is the last man for Mansfield. Has it on the centre spot. Plays it just to his left, and then played forward by Lewis Reed, but it was hit too firmly. One bouncing it straight through to Sam Slocum. 62 minutes gone. It remains Notts County 1, Mansfield Town 1 as it was at half-time here on your home with the EFL Talksport 2. We'll get team news in the next 10 minutes from the racecourse ground. Wrexham against Salford is our 3 o'clock offering in the EFL on Talksport 2. Cameron Pope and Mickey Gray in charge of the commentary for that one. And then in the WSL at 5:30, Chelsea against West Ham United, Joe Shannon and Courtney Sweetman-Kirk. But if you fancy the Super League Grand Final, that's live from 5 o'clock over on TalkSport from Old Trafford. Wigan Warriors against Catalans Dragons, and then a bit of boxing later as well. And clearly I've got a boxing aficionado alongside me in Chris Awellamo. Mind you, he was telling me earlier, and I've forgotten this, he'd done a bit of white-collar boxing in his time. It's KSI against Tommy Fury. Winner takes on Chris.
I'll take it. You know what, I'll take it.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Down the left-hand side for Mansfield, Callum McDonald sends a cross in to the area, too deep for anybody else in the yellow shirt. Inside the box, and McGoldrick brings the ball outside the county area and just lays it off Back to Conor Rawlinson, looks for his goalkeeper, Akins, closing down the space, so Slocum gets rid of it quickly and finds Brindley. Brindley looks for O'Brien. O'Brien can carry the ball over the halfway line, down the inside right channel for Notts County. Nemain on the overlap. Nemain gets to the byline, thinks about a cross, just checks his run for a moment. Faced up by Callum MacDonald. Won't get the cross in yet. There's 4 waiting for a ball in black and white striped shirts. In it comes, headed out by Bailey Cargill ahead of Macaulay Langstaff. Akins tries to launch a counter-attack for Mansfield. And a chance for Davis Keeler-Dunn, but he's dispossessed by David McGoldrick. Showed great tenacity to win the ball back for County, and Davis Keeler-Dunn stayed down. Meantime, McGoldrick drops his shoulder, gets away from Maris, drives to about 25 yards out into the area down the left-hand side of the box for Langstaff. Only half cleared as far as Austin now. So Sam Austin down the left-hand side, level of the area. Finds Matt Palmer. Keeler-Dunn's back on his feet, moving a little awkwardly. Felt he was fouled a couple of moments ago by McGoldrick. Now Mansfield have won it back. Lewis tries to pirouette to get away from 2 challenges and gives the ball up to Notts County.
Much better from Notts County.
Well, the fans are getting behind him, Chris, aren't they now?
But it's intention, isn't it? You know, it's keeping the ball, movement, passing, driving, committing Mansfield players, moving them out of position and then releasing the ball.
25 minutes to go on Talksport 2. Notts County 1, Mansfield 1. Notts County looking to make it 6 wins at home in League 2 and a 100% home record, but Mansfield unbeaten, looking to go 17 unbeaten in all competitions if they can keep hold of this scoreline, or maybe even better it, because they've just won the ball on halfway. Akins making tracks into the Notts County half, quite central at the moment, options left and right, just holds the ball up for a moment, gives it to Lewis Reed. Reed lays it off to the edge of the area. Drive from Ollie Clark. Well blocked by Aidan Baldwin. He was happy with that challenge. But the ball breaks once again for Mansfield, and then a foul committed by David McGoldrick, and he's going to get a yellow card for that challenge for bringing down Aidan Flint. And Mansfield have a free kick 10 yards inside the county half of the field. 66 minutes gone, so we're approaching the 3-quarter mark in this Nottinghamshire derby. Notts County 1, Mansfield 1.
Well, you look at the distance and the grass that McGoldrick has covered. It was a free kick on Keeler-Dunn as well before. I couldn't believe he's actually came through the player from the back and got the ball. Not a yellow card, but I can understand why Nigel Clough was in the 4th official's ear for that. But Notts County, it's been better the last few minutes.
Reed's free kick down the left-hand side of the area. Flint can't keep it in play. He went down under pressure from Baldwin, and neither player got a free kick in their favour. It's just been given us a goal kick for Notts County. Don't forget, lots of news going on around the world today. If you want to keep in touch with the latest developments in Israel or Gaza, you can head over to our colleagues at Talk TV or Times Radio. You'll find those stations on the free-to-download TalkSport app. So it's not just TalkSport and TalkSport 2 that you can listen to via our free-to-download app now. All the stations in the TalkSport family are available to you, like Virgin, Times, Talk TV, and of course here, TalkSport 2, your home of the EFL. Midway through the second half then, Notts County and Mansfield still locked at 1 apiece. That was the score at half-time. Crowley on 3 minutes for Notts County. Lewis Reed on 24 minutes for Mansfield. And another ball downfield from Sam Slocum doesn't find its intended target, and Mansfield have a throw in their right-back position through Jordan Bowery.
Well, I don't understand that. I don't understand why Sam Austin's the outlet when he's up against Bowery. You know, that's where Sam Slocum's kicking more often than not this second half. You know, and it's spike balls. It's nothing. You know, it's frustrating. You can see by the body language of Sam Austin as well that he's thinking, well, what's going on? You know, Sam Slocum, he needs to pick it up. I think Jim O'Brien's come on. He needs to go on the ball a lot more for me. Be an option. Always got on the ball. You know, if you can get the short one.
McGoldrick's just got the better of Reed on halfway. Fires it out to the right-hand side, and the main for Notts County into the area. Options left and right. Went for goal, and it brushes the side netting on its way wide of the net. 1 or 2 supporters in our stand here in the Derek Pavis thought for a fleeting moment that was in, but it brushed the side netting on the wrong side of the goal. From Aaron Nemain's perspective, it stays 1-1. Mansfield goal kick.
Well, you know, again, much better from Notts County. McGoldrick driving in the central area, then the the pass to the main was brilliant. He's got to work the keeper. He's got to hit the target. If not, you get your head up and see who's with you there. But it wasn't good enough. The final execution.
Christy Pym, the Mansfield goalkeeper, drives the ball downfield. Good flick on from Jordan Bowery, and now Davis Keeler-Dunn scampers away down the right wing. He's got Rawlinson backpedaling, gets to the byline, tries to pull it across, deflected up in the air and out for a corner off Rawlinson. That's going to be their fourth corner of the game, Mansfield Town. And Keeler-Dunn does fancy taking this one where the family stand meets the Derek Pavis. Right-footed outswinger to come from the Mansfield number 40, their top scorer, but taking this corner kick. Flint and Cargill in there up from the back. In it comes from Keeler-Dunn, chipped up to the 6-yard line. Flint! 2-1 Mansfield! They're back in front! Thumping header from close range. I'm sure it was Aidan Flint that got the necessary connection from a lovely chip corner from Davis Keeler-Dunn. And Mansfield Town march on, and they have come from behind to lead at Meadow Lane with 20 minutes to go in this Nottinghamshire derby. County's 100% home record under severe threat. Notts County 1, Mansfield 2.
Well, it's an excellent header, isn't it? The corner from Keeler-Dunn, it's just coming right down on probably the 6-yard. He's met the ball at the highest point, got the direction on it, the power. What a header that is from Aidan Flint there. Excellent header.
It's his first goal for Mansfield Town. In fact, it's Cargill that's been given us the goal scorer in the end. And he's also now just got his first goal.
What a header.
Mansfield Town. They both went up together, and it was Cargill that got the all-important touch. And so Mansfield are ahead with less than 20 minutes to go. Now Notts County are right up against it. Bailey Cargill's first goal for Mansfield Town. But here comes Dan Crowley, who seems like yonks ago since he put County ahead. Finds Aaron Nemain. Nemain rolls it back to Matt Palmer. Palmer tries to put the ball into the box. It hits the face of Aaron Lewis, who's stayed down, and it's a head injury. The referee's got to stop the game. The locals don't like it.
Yeah, he couldn't get out the way of that one there. I think it's a little dink in behind, but he's only a metre from it, takes it flush in the face. The referee sees it. I can understand why. I think it's Lewis Reid that's asking for the ball, the referee to stop play. But he's up on his feet. This is what it is. It's just killing the game now. The little tactics will come out to slow it down every opportunity now.
Notts County 1, Mansfield 2. So Bailey Cargill, his first Mansfield goal after he moved from Forest Green in the summer. Him and Aidan Flint went up together. One of the two of them was going to get the final touch.
It's just got so much power on the header. It was a hanging cross as well, so they had to generate it, but he met it at the highest point, and just the accuracy of the header, I have to say Slocum had no chance in the goal.
Mansfield win it back down their left-hand side with Ollie Clark, but his ball downfield intended for Akins is overhit, so it's back with Slocum. So what does Luke Williams do? He doesn't change philosophy much.
No, he doesn't.
He might change the personnel, but the team shape and the team ideal will stay the same for Notts County. But they've only got 18 minutes from this point. Otherwise, Mansfield are going within a point of them towards the top of the table. And this will be music to the ears of other teams towards the top of League Two. That County are being beaten here as things stand. Wrexham included. They're up next at home to Salford City. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff live on Talksport 2. Keeler-Dunn for Mansfield down the right-hand side of the box. Held up by Rawlinson. Poor short pass intended for Bowery. One back by Sam Austin, but his clearance only finds Lewis Reid. Bowery infield. Finds Lewis Reid, right wing, tries to get across, and it's blocked behind for another corner. And a goal came from the last Mansfield corner, and they have it again at the same spot where the family stand meets the Derek Pavis. 2-1 to the Stags on Talksport 2.
Yeah, and they're in complete control at the minute. You know, Lewis Reid, Keeler Dunn linking up very, very well, and Bowery's just always there. You know, I think down that right-hand side as an outlet and as an option. Notts County, you know, I think it's one of them that we're used to seeing them a lot of ball, a lot of possession, get into the attacking area, lots of crosses, lots of opportunities. Haven't been the case today.
Keeler Dunn again with the corner kick. Aikens off the post. It drops out. Aidan Flint sticks it away. It's 3-1 Mansfield. Aidan Flint slides towards the Mansfield fans on the far side. And surely that's 3 points wrapped up for Nigel Clough and Mansfield Town. Aidan Flint sliding the ball home after Aikens' header from Keeler Dunn's corner smacked off the post. County couldn't clear their lines, and Aidan Flint could not miss his first goal for Mansfield Town. It's Notts County 1, Mansfield 3.
Well, again, comes from a kind of a corner, free kick in that wide area, and you know what? Lucas Aikens gets his head on it, hits the post, marking. Aidan Flint should not have that time and space. No, it's just, there's no one on the line. He just hits it into the roof of the net, but he still should have someone marking him that can try and make some sort of contact and put him off. Mansfield have completely been in control this game, and they look the more threatening as well. So I'm expecting to see some sort of reaction here from Notts County that'll be nowhere near the levels that they've set for themselves.
Well, they brought on Toby Adebayo for Matt Palmer, and the mains come across to the left-hand side of the Notts County formation. So we're back underway on Talksport 2. The Mansfield fans in the Jimmy Cyril opposite us, ecstatic. They're going to go 17 games unbeaten, it seems, in all competitions. But more importantly, in the context of today, they're going to win the Nottinghamshire Derby unless Notts County can do something extraordinary in this last quarter of an hour. Let's check in with the team news in our 3 o'clock kickoff at the Racecourse Ground. Wrexham against Salford. Cameron Pope's got the details.
Well, Wrexham are unbeaten in 4, one change from their last League 11. 18-year-old Aaron James makes his league debut in defence, replacing the injured Jacob Mendy. Elliot Lee has 7 league goals already. He supports Paul Mullin and Ollie Palmer in attack. Salford have won their last 3 league games. They make one change from the 4-2 win over Crewe a week ago. Winger Kelly Mai isn't in the squad, so former Blackpool left-back Luke Garbett comes in at the back, likely pushing Bolton loanee Declan John further up the flank. From 3 o'clock, Wrexham versus Salford.
Langstaff goes down, wants a free kick. Nothing, I don't know why that wasn't given as a free kick, as Notts County were trying to thread the ball through to their star striker. They have it at the back with Conor Rawlinson, and back it goes to Sam Slocum. But with 14 minutes to go, Notts County 1, Mansfield 3 is the scoreline. On Talksport 2, Flint, who scored that third goal, wins a header just inside his own half. Loose pass from Jim O'Brien. Mansfield have it again. Lucas Aikens darting down the left-hand side, getting into the area. Lays it off to Maris with an attempted shot at the edge of the area, but it was blocked on its way to goal. But County lose out. Here's Lewis Reid down the left-hand side of the area. Callum O'Donnell pulls it back. Oh, it's driven over the bar by Aaron Lewis, who had the penalty area to himself just outside, but fired it over wastefully. That could have been 4-1 to Mansfield.
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity there from Aaron Lewis. He had so much time to think about it coming onto it. It's been cut back from McDonald to the penalty spot. He's unmarked. He's got the goal just to hit the target there. You know, Sam Slocum to beat there, but yeah, he's leaning back. Hits it over. The shot come over the head straight away, just for the fact he was so disappointed in himself there.
Hiram Boateng's coming on for Mansfield to replace George Maris, former Palace youth. Boateng joined last year from Milton Keynes. Had spells at the likes of Exeter and Cambridge. So he's on for the Stags, who lead 3-1 here. Jimmy Cyril stand opposite us, full of song and joy from those travelling Mansfield fans who've not had far to come, of course, but boy oh boy, those near 4,000 Mansfield fans have been rewarded for coming along today to support their team. But what have Notts County got left? They're not done yet. And here's one of the best players in the division, David McGoldrick, sprinting forward for the Magpies. Gives the ball to Nemain down the left-hand side of the box. Tries to check the ball in for a cross, tries to weave past Barry. Barry just toe-poked the ball half clear. Rawlinson has it, gives it back to Nemain. Down the left-hand side again, up against Jordan Barry. Got him backpedaling into the area. Nemain, they're going to drop the shoulder, rolls it back, looking for Jim O'Brien at the edge of the area, but it deflected through to Aaron Lewis with his shock of blonde hair. Plays the ball left to Callum McDonald, and McDonald fires the ball downfield trying to get Akins in behind Baldwin, but Baldwin got a vital touch to the back for Notts County. 3-1 Mansfield.
See, it's better from Notts County, playing with urgency, playing into the holding midfielders from that defensive unit, and look where they are now.
Toby Adebayo down the right hand side up against McDonald, drives for the byline. McDonald gets a foot in, corner kick to Notts County at the Cop end. 3-1 Mansfield lead on Talksport 2, and we've got just over 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's better from Notts County, 3-1 down. It's easy to get on the ball and play then. When it's 1-1, that's when I'm expecting it on 0-0.
Jim O'Brien looks for Nemain. Left-hand corner of the box. McGoldrick just ahead of him. McGoldrick tries to ride the challenge of Flint, who gets a foot in. Barry does brilliantly to roll his foot on the ball, give it back to Aidan Flint, who pops it downfield. Up goes Keeladon for a header, but he's beaten to it by Brindley. And now O'Brien for Notts County keeps possession for the home side, but they've got to get the ball out of their own half. Heading towards the last 10 minutes on Talksport 2. Wrexham Salford to come at 3. Here's Brindley once more for the Magpies. Out to the right-hand side, and Adebayo. Ball in field from Brindley's intercepted by Hiram Boateng. They've got numbers forward again, Mansfield. Boateng into the box, tried a shot, it's blocked by Baldwin. Boateng again holds it up, plays it along the 18-yard line. Aaron Lewis with his back to goal inside the D, trying to manufacture a chance. Akins gets a drive in straight at Slocum, but Mansfield again trying to pick County off on the counter-attack.
Yeah, and that's what they've got to do. I understand Notts County now taking necessary risk, throwing players forward, leaving it a little bit open. That's a real opportunity. Boateng, I don't have anything against him taking the shot on. He did have better options inside of him there, but again, he's got the shot away. But it's necessary. I think Mansfield at the minute are managing the game very well, weathering the storm, but playing that counter-attack football.
Here's Keeler Dunn inside the area, right-hand side for Mansfield, checking the ball onto his left, and then to his right, gets the cross in. Akins! 4-1! That's it, wrapped up. The points are safe for Nigel Clough and Mansfield Town, and the former Nottingham Forest player has come back here to win as a manager. Cue a bit of an exodus from the Cop end. The Nottinghamshire derby is going the way of the Stags. They are going 17 unbeaten in all competitions, ending Notts County's 100% home record. And how? Lucas Akins with the fourth. Notts County 1, Mansfield Town 4.
That's an excellent little touch from Lucas Akins. Davis Keeler Dunn there had so much time on the ball. He's moving it to the left, to the right. There's got to be closer contact, and then he's just picked it out. He's put it into a nice area. Lucas Akins is there, just clipped it over Sam Slocum in goal there. It's an excellent goal, but Keeler done far too much time, and he's right basically on the corner of the 6-yard box there.
And this will herald a couple of changes for Nigel Clough and Mansfield. Will Swan is coming on for Davis Keeler Dunn, and Akins, just having stuck the ball in the back of the net, he's coming off as well. So Will Swan, born in Mansfield, joined last year from Nottingham Forest, just across the Trent here, was top scorer last season with 10 goals. And James Gale, a lot of people speaking about him. You were speaking about him before kick-off. Chris Awellamo, 21 years of age, former Derby Academy graduate. Hasn't scored a league goal here, but did score in the week in the Football League Trophy.
Yeah, got a little brace, and like you say, when you're striker, a player that Nigel Clough will know from coming through at Derby as well. So I think, yeah, like you say, he's got an opportunity. Can you go and get a goal?
McGoldrick for Notts County. He's got the ball inside the area, tries to play it across the face. He got it deflected behind by Lewis Reed for a County corner. But it seems almost too high a mountain to climb at this point for Luke Williams and Notts County. 7 to go.
When you go 3-1 down, though, Ian, I think you have to kind of take risks. You're going to leave yourself open.
Baldwin puts a cross into the box, headed out by Flint, who's got most things clear this afternoon for Mansfield Town. Now down the right-hand side of the box, Toby Adebayo, right-footed ball in deep to the far post. Nemain knocks it down. Kept in play by Crowley, drops at the edge of the area. Rawlinson tried an ambitious volley, blocked by Lewis Reed, and the ball ricocheted all the way back into the Notts County half. Brindley finds Adebayo. Back for Richard Brindley. It's an overhit pass, and they'll be onto this. Will Swan almost through one-on-one with the keeper there, but an important challenge from Brindley. Stop Mansfield trying to head through for a fifth. Now Nemain down this left-hand side finds McGoldrick, level with the area. Left-hand side, chips the ball into the box. Langstaff goes down, trying to direct a header goalwards. Felt he was being pushed, nothing doing, says the referee.
He was being pushed. He's in the air, Ian. He's asking the referee there, who's got a clear view of that as well. When Langstaff's a great little ball from McGoldrick as well, just clipped to Langstaff. But I'm looking at it there, the referee's got to call that one. It's a penalty kick.
Now Will Swan's away for Mansfield Town as they break downfield into the area, right-hand side. Pulls it across the face of goal, turned behind by Brindley because Gale was just in behind him. He had to deal with it, Brindley, and he did at the expense of a Mansfield corner. The Stags are running wild and free here at Meadow Lane. They're 4-1 up.
Yeah, fantastic from Will Swan there. Excellent energy down the right hand side. I just want more from James Gale. Get across the facer, Brindley there. Make Swan's mind up. He fires the ball across, but Gale's waiting at the back post area. I think he's got to drive that across the front and just get that little touch, tap in as well. It would have been.
So Lewis Reed with the corner kick, where the Jimmy Cyril meets the family stand. Right-footed in swinger, deep to the far post, headed down. But there's nobody there to touch it away for Mansfield, and the main can only put it out for a throw on this near side. Aaron Lewis will take it, and they will take their time at this point, Mansfield Town. Starting to cloud over a little bit here in the city of Nottingham, and certainly the mood is darkening amongst the Notts County fans. I'm not sure they were expected to come here as top of the table and get beaten as handsomely as this, as County have to defend again. The ball whipped in from the right-hand side by James Gale, but well claimed by Sam Slocum. And Slocum needs to get the ball downfield swiftly, but again, plays it short, this time to Aidan Baldwin.
Well, you need to explain this one to me. You're 4-1 down. What, you pass the goalkeeper and centre-back, or just passing it between them?
McGoldrick can't win the header. Aidan Flint, again, wins that contest. Ball breaks on halfway. Rawlinson and Brindley under pressure from Will Swan. Brindley running across his own 18-yard line, gets nudged to the floor by the Mansfield number 26. That's a free kick for Notts County. And next up, Notts go to Gillingham away, whilst Mansfield have got Forest Green at home and Harrogate away as they try and extend this unbeaten run nearer to 20 games. They're going to go 17 unbeaten in all competitions with this result. And Nigel Clough's been talking about turning draws into wins. My word, how they've done that this afternoon.
No, they have. Yeah, excellent. The first away win in this campaign as well. I think it's somewhat an excellent result and could be the catalyst. We've said they've had too many draws in the 12 games before a ball was kicked today. Well, this could be the performance and result just to kick them on.
Well, you look at the shot count alone. I'm looking at my screen. 20 shots to 7 for Mansfield. And Mansfield, because of the goals that they've scored this afternoon, are going second in the table. They were certain to go third, but they've gone above Stockport with the fact that they are 4-1 up here. 16,638 here inside Meadow Lane. A few have left, in fairness, those wearing the black and white stripes, but nobody in a yellow and blue Mansfield shirt in that Jimmy Cyril stand is budging. They're waiting for the full-time whistle so they can acclaim their side, who've really grown into this game. It was 1-1 at half-time, and you wouldn't have been surprised if County had been behind at the turnaround. But after what was a fairly scrappy opening 10-15 minutes of the second half, suddenly there's 2 goals with 20 minutes or so to go. Put the seal on it. And listen to those fans over there, Chris Uwellamo.
Yeah, they'll be delighted with what they've seen. They've not been too far away from the performances have been there, not been clinical in that attacking third. But I just don't think Notts County have turned up today. You know, they started very well, the Dan Crowley goal, then even had the opportunity right at the end of the first half. It could have brought them in at 2-1, undeservedly it would have been. But I expected a reaction, I expected a better intensity, performance, and even the early stage of the second half, and it was a scrappy affair. But then it was Mansfield that just took control of the game again with quality, used the ball well, and just created opportunity after opportunity. And then they've been dominant and clinical as well.
Langstaff, who's been feeding off scraps all afternoon for Notts County, finds Crowley. Now Toby Adebayo down the right-hand side of the box, into the near post, and somehow Jim O'Brien puts it the wrong side of the post from right in front of goal. It was whipped in at pace from the right-hand side for County by Adebayo. And Jim O'Brien got in front of the goalkeeper but steered it wide. Stays 4-1 Mansfield.
Yes, it should be in the back of the net. He knows that by the reaction as well. Adebayo, the great ball in as well. You know, Jim O'Brien broke his neck to get in there, made the contact. And it's just one of them. It's basically just letting the ball hit off you. He'd already kind of planted his left foot, and it's just went wide of the target. So yeah, a little bit too late, but yeah, it's just been nowhere near good enough. And I look at Luke Williams in this situation, you know, because I think this is where you need to have a plan B. Can you go direct? Can you then go into the place and play in the right areas rather than wait and be patient with the likes of your defensive unit and your goalkeeper keeping possession of the ball? Because that's just invited Mansfield on, and they have hunted very, very well without the ball today.
We've just moved into 7 minutes of added time, and Nigel Clough's made 2 further substitutions. George Williams and Callum Johnson have come on. Aaron Lewis and Ollie Clark are the players that have been withdrawn for the Stags. Callum Johnson, who joined in January from Ross County, former Middlesbrough youth, and George Williams, who spent a couple of years at Cambridge before coming here to Mansfield in July. So we're into that 7 minutes of minimum stoppage time. Mansfield playing forward again. Will Swan forcing Baldwin to put the ball out for a throw-in front of those delighted Mansfield fans in the Jimmy Cyril stand. And Callum MacDonald just trotting over to take that throw-in. Don't forget, we're off to the racecourse ground straight after this game. Cameron Pope and Mickey Gray will bring you all the build-up from just after 2:30, and then kick off at 3 o'clock between Wrexham and Salford City. And then at 5:30 on Talksport 2 in the Women's Super League, Chelsea against West Ham United. And that's Joe Shannon and Courtney Sweetman-Kirk on that commentary for you. Mansfield keeping possession down by the byline, clipping the ball into the county area, but the black and white striped shirts will bring it clear. But Jordan Bowery steps in front of Conor Rawlinson and wins it back, and then Flint with a long ball downfield. He's played well today, Aidan Flint, the captain of Mansfield Town. Barely put a foot wrong.
No, exactly. You know, experience, you know, he's got that presence, but he's organising, he's talking all the time, you know, commanding. And he's put in a few very, very timely challenges as well. Those blocks is so important.
So a chance for Wrexham to go 4th if results go their way. They're currently 7th ahead of our 3 o'clock commentary, are Wrexham. Salford, after picking up in recent weeks, are down in 13th. But if they get the win, Salford, they'll go within a point of Wrexham. It's very, very tightly congested in League 2, as it almost always is. Into the 3rd minute of 7 that have been added on by referee Scott Oldham. Notts County 1, Mansfield 4. And the empty seats grow and grow on 3 sides of the ground at least. County keeping the ball in play on the far side of the field. It's worked back to halfway, and Aidan Baldwin. Baldwin plays a square ball for Rawlinson, being closed down by Gale. McGoldrick gamely giving chase, but the ball had drifted out of play as it came downfield. Now, I remember Luke Williams labelling his players, and I quote, pathetic, when they lost on the opening weekend at Sutton United. I'm not sure he's going to go quite that far with his post-match opinions today, but I don't think he can deny that his team have been second best in most departments, Chris Iwelumo.
Yeah, but I think he also can allude to how the players will understand that they'll take it on board, because that's how they felt as well. And they're an honest group. They'll know they've been nowhere near good enough with the bar they've set this season already.
Here's Hiram Boateng for Mansfield, left-hand corner of the box. Sends the ball into the danger area. It's only half cleared. George Williams takes a shot, and it's straight at the keeper. Slocum, we can just pat the ball down and think about clearing it downfield. But again, he's in no rush to get rid of it.
Well, that's what I think is you take responsibility when you're on the pitch. Yeah, the information may come from the manager, but there's certain moments. I'll tell you an incident. Mick McCarthy talking to me, he's giving me all this information.
Yeah.
As soon as he'd finished, Carl Henry, captain of the team, says ignore everything he just said.
Yeah.
And because that's it. Players, you have to take responsibility. Sam Slocum, you understand your manager wants you to play slow, dictate the tempo of the game. You're 4-1 down. You go direct. You put it into the attacking area, you pick up second balls, and you play from there.
Lots of big games in League 2 this afternoon. Stockport in third go to Harrogate Town. Here come Notts County again, looking to reduce the arrears. Dan Crowley, who scored that opening goal as early as the 3rd minute. It's worked back to Jim O'Brien out to the right wing, and Toby Adebayo level with the edge of the area of Mansfield Town. But McDonald is holding up Adebayo. It's worked in field to O'Brien, who just had that excellent chance a moment ago. Palmer finds Crowley, right-hand corner of the box, slides it down the right-hand side for Toby Adebayo. Good ball in, just evades Langstaff, and again there's a Mansfield boot there to clear it downfield. Nigel Clough, for once, is out of his seat and at the technical area. But he's not had to do much cajoling of his players this afternoon. They've done his bidding by and large this afternoon.
No, they have. I think conceded that early goal and reacted in the best way. Going taking the game by the scruff of the neck, and real quality in possession of the ball as well.
Nemain for Notts County. Plays the ball into the centre of the half for McGoldrick. Back out to the left wing, and Palmer checked onto his right foot. Deep ball to the far post. Nodded back across goal by Adebayo, but it's claimed by Christy Pym. Just didn't find Langstaff. There wasn't the flight on the header to find his striker. And Christy Pym just falls on the ball and eats up a few more seconds for Mansfield Town. 4-1 up here.
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity. In the main, great ball in. I think Adebayo, the back area, puts the ball in back into the danger area. I think Langstaff's got to be on his feet there. Can he go and get across the front of the goalkeeper, and he gets a goal? As simple as that. You can't wait for the ball to be perfect for you there. You have to go and try and anticipate it.
Boateng can't control the ball, fired downfield at him for Mansfield by McDonald. Slocum bowls the ball out overarm to Aaron Nemain. He lays it off to Rawlinson. Now McGoldrick inside his own half. Just a few more of those League 2 fixtures this afternoon. AFC Wimbledon at home to Bradford. No Mark Hughes anymore, of course, at Bradford. Wimbledon are in 5th. Gillingham, who've also got rid of their manager, Neil Harris is gone. They go to Walsall this afternoon. Cameron Pope will keep you updated with goals as they go in from around the League 2 grounds this afternoon. Here's Aaron Nemain for Notts County, clipping the ball into the box, laid off to McGoldrick at the edge of the area. Shot takes a deflection and goes just wide. It is a corner kick right at the death for Notts County, who would like to get a second to reduce the goal difference at least.
Yeah, again, an excellent cross in from Nemain, finding Adebayo, who sets McGoldrick there.
There goes the full-time whistle, and Mansfield Town don't just win the Nottinghamshire derby, they pulverise the opposition in the Nottinghamshire derby. Nigel Clough's been wanting his Stags to turn draw performances into wins. Well, they were level at half-time, but how they went through the gears in the second half from a 1-1 scoreline at the turnaround to end up 4-1 winners here and make it 17 games unbeaten in all competitions. The only EFL side yet to lose in all competitions. That's Nigel Clough's Mansfield Town. And despite going behind to Dan Crowley's opener on 3 minutes, from that point on, Mansfield with a dominant side, save for a slightly scrappy period just after the restart. But they got level on 24 minutes through Lewis Reed. 2 goals in 4 minutes with 20 minutes to play from their 2 centre-halves, scoring their first goals for the club, Bailey Cargill and Aidan Flint. And then Lucas Akins sliding the ball home from close range. It's those Mansfield fans opposite us in the Jimmy Cyril stand taking the acclaim of their players. It's been a sensational performance from Mansfield, and they go second for a few hours at least in the League Two table, behind the leaders, vanquished here, Notts County.
Yes, excellent. Nigel Clough, what he's delivering. This team, they're going steady. Too many draws, but yeah, what a win. It could be the catalyst to kick on their campaign. You look at Luke Williams' is Notts County side. They've shown that they've got that character to bounce back after a heavy defeat. That's what we need to see again. They're sitting in very healthy positions. It's about, you learn most about yourself as a group, as an individual, when you experience defeat. They have to bounce back.
But for Mansfield, who've been, the nearly men, got to playoff semi-final campaigns, missed out on goal difference in the playoffs last season. This is just what the doctor ordered for Nigel Clough. That slight disappointment in the air after the 0-0 draw against Wimbledon last weekend. Wimbledon are a good side, let's not get away from it. But not to score was something of a disappointment. Why have they put that right this afternoon?
Yeah, they have. I think a comfortable win in this derby. And look at the fans. It means so much. So it's important now. Was it Forest Green at home in the next game?
That's right.
It's about confidence, having that belief. But what I seen was a team that they never shied away. They conceded that early goal. They got on the ball. They made brave decisions. They were composed. They had that quality, that energy, and then obviously to get 4 goals as well. That does a world of good for the confidence in the team.
It's been a magnificent afternoon for the Mansfield Town fans, who are still warmly applauding their players at the Jimmy Cyril side of the ground. Elsewhere around this famous stadium, most of the other Notts County fans had long since seen enough when Lucas Akins made it 4-1 with 9 minutes to play. They're still top, let's not forget, and they've got games coming up against Gillingham and Newport and home to Wrexham here, as they renew acquaintances with the team that they came up with from the National League. We shouldn't forget that. Even though they've been soundly beaten here today, Notts County, this is a team, their first season back at this level, and the EFL always throws up results that make you think, okay, we met our match today.
No, I understand that. I don't think there's much in difference in quality from the National League to League Two.
I agree.
And Notts County and Wrexham absolutely battered that National League last season. So I always knew that both teams would fare well in Division 2. So it's just, it's competitive. You can't have it all your own way. You're going to experience defeat sometimes, but this team is showing time and time again, when they experience defeat, they bounce back and they go on a little winning run again. They have to do it.
The Mansfield directors are just applauding the players as they come towards us and down the tunnel, and Nigel Clough also throwing some applause up to the Radford family and others who are here supporting Mansfield today. So the Stags take the spoils in the Nottinghamshire derby. They win here by 4-1 against Notts County. But we keep the EFL League 2 commentaries coming for you here on your home of the EFL Talksport 2. Next, we cross from the East Midlands to North Wales. Cameron Pope.